So, for those who might notice, I have changed you guys to the main map, and I have started to put the little location icons on the map. I don't have all of them yet that are in Ardengard, but the main big three, the one where you're currently at, which is the Curious Cat, which, as usual, you can click on them to open up information about them, see pictures. You can see the picture of the Sunburst Palace. And then also the Divine Temple information. Alternatively, you can navigate to the bottom left-hand side where all your icons are, and there is the main Ardengard from the main map, with the city info there as well. Just to keep things kind of neat and orderly for without having to go back and forth to click the pin and stuff. And I did double check. If your map pins are turned off, in the same area where you get your quests, there's a little map pin icon. If you click that, it should pop them all up if you don't see them. That being said, um, essentially the room is yours. You guys kind of left off with everybody in Atrix and Ilthin's room, kind of huddled together, discussing what your guys' next course of action is going to be. So the floor is yours.
I'm not in the room, hence I'm not saying anything.
That's
How
true.
long
You're
until
not there.
this cat goes away?
Should go away here very soon.
Good. That's wonderful.
It's very friendly. Give it a pet.
No, I'm quite all right. I'll just be over here in the corner as far away as possible. Thank you.
Has anyone checked on Phineas lately? I know
No.
we showed up with him and haven't seen him since.
Well, he may still be asleep. Didn't see
No.
him at breakfast.
Does anyone know what room he's staying at? In.
You guys would know. It's the room right next to you, between you and Varys.
Should go take a look. Elthan's gonna go out of her way to like step on the side table, like push past Kulog to get outside.
Yeah, it's
Panther's
pretty
just gonna-
cramped in here.
Panther's just gonna follow her out.
Kulog will, like, while she's walking by, like, hold his hand up so she can have something to, like, grab onto and, like, hold herself up.
You're
Aww.
gentle. Which way am I going? Oh, hello.
Would be. I mean, which way are you going where?
Oh, by the way,
Or Phineas. And I'll just kind of lean in and whisper to Sigurd as I'm acting like I'm closing the door. Why are there guards out here?
so quick note, since this didn't get touched on last session, since we didn't get it sorted out, but Sigurd has a new weapon at his side.
Fucking cheating ass.
That he did not have the day before.
Ah, it's so cool.
I'm very proud of myself for this weapon design.
What is that? You boys and your anonymous benefactors. Where is... I'm just gonna go start knocking on doors.
Yeah, it's the left one. It's the only other one other than the other occupied room that
This
is
one?
the doors closed essentially. All the other doors are essentially, you know, where everyone else's room was.
I'm just gonna knock on doors as I go. So I knock on this one, knock on this one, keep going. Oh, nope, no one in there.
Varys is in there.
Oh, it would have been the first one you went to, wouldn't it? That one?
Yeah, it's the first one.
I knew that.
Who's?
Oh, hello.
Uh,
You're not Orphinius.
No. Oh,
Did I interrupt something?
I mean, we are trying to make sense of the map that was given me by Luna.
Oh, you don't need to speak in code to me, dear. Never you mind. Go on then.
Right.
So
Make
you
good
knock on the
choices.
door. Make good choices, Jesus. You knock on the door and you hear nothing for a moment, and then some like quiet shuffling, and you hear a very faint click, and the door kind of opens just a little bit, and you see Orphinius's little tiny face kind of poking out.
All right, Matt Mercer, calm down with your door sounds.
That was not a good door sound. Shut up.
Good morning, sleepyhead. You all right?
I mean, I've been better. It's been a while since I've slept in a nice bed.
Understandable. I hope it was comfortable.
There was a couple lumps here and there, but, beggars can't be choosers.
Oh, well, they can. They just have to know how to choose and get what they want. It's a
Oh, I
conversation
wouldn't
for
know
another
anything
time.
about that. Oh, that would be a very good conversation, I think.
Well, one we'll have. A bit noisy last night. For my liking, anyway.
Was it?
My dear, you sleep like a rock. That's wonderful. Well, the rest of us are in Atrix and I's room, sort of discussing what our next steps will be. Would you like to join us?
Oh,
There's also
I mean-
breakfast. They brought our food up for us.
oh. I mean, if that's okay, I'm not gonna be like in the way or anything.
No, it's a bit of a tight squeeze, but you're small. You can
That is
scrunch up on
true.
the bed with me.
I mean, okay. He kind of like looks back at his room, like one would to make sure they have all their stuff, and then realize he doesn't have stuff, and then he turns back to you and opens the door a little bit more.
First thing to do, we need to get you something that you need to grab when you leave a room. Come on.
He as you say that, without like missing a beat, he takes your hand. He goes, "Okay, I found something to grab before I leave,"
You're adorable.
and then he follows you.
Come on then, pack it in.
Good morning, Sigrun.
Don't mind the giant cat. I wouldn't pet it.
He kind of squeezes in and does the same thing as you, and kind of steps on the nightstand a little bit, and all the while going, "Excuse me, pardon me, I'm so sorry." He actually apologizes to the nightstand for stepping on it.
He's so cute.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Ophelia. How would you sleep?
Apparently, like a rock.
He said he didn't hear anything last night. Do you believe that?
Nothing at all.
Was there a
Isn't this the
fight that I
place-
missed?
Oh, sorry, I had a question.
Oh.
Like an
Go ahead.
outside of roleplay question.
Mhm.
This is the place where we had that room where the people were doing their thing, right?
Yes.
But has it been days since we heard that, or is it recent?
That was technically last night.
Okay, carry on.
They are no longer there. They cleared out sometime early morning.
I just wanted to make sure my questions made sense.
mhm.
There's just a couple training for a marathon, I'd imagine. Someone else sounded like they were having a terrible time in the privy.
Does the window behind me open?
It does.
I will open the window and let the panther go outside.
I love it, like, grabs Orphidius into a hug and, like, pulls him away like a scared mom.
Apparently I can't whisper you 47, so just pretend the rest of you guys don't see that.
No, I'm good.
Okay. So
Should
you
get
open
that.
up the window and the
Whispery app.
panther just fucking dips out.
He will despawn elsewhere eventually.
He spawned.
He'll disappear, if that makes sense.
Oh, imagine the fun of the animal catchers.
That would be pretty funny. Let them catch him and then poof, gone.
Quite frustrating. Amusing to watch. Anyway,
So, we have some quests around town to do. I feel like we should get out of this room. It's a bit stuffy in here. Panther now roaming the city, causing chaos.
Was there
Adrix
anything else
specialty.
that we needed to speak about in private? I know that Sigrun brought us back here.
That was me. Adrix.
Oh, was
Yeah, it
you?
was
Oh,
me.
right. Sorry. I know that Atrix brought us back here, but kind of curious if there's anything else that we needed to speak about before we go back into the public.
Well, I don't think there was. I think we have a plan of action. We need to go do some quests and grab our masks and get ready for the ball. I think we all know why we're wanted. And as I say why, I'll point to absolution.
well, I thought you were going to wrap that up. Did we decide on where to store it?
I think we were going over ideas a little bit ago, but I don't think we ever came up with a good one.
And we talked about putting it in Sigurd's sack, but if someone searches that and dumps it out, it's just, everything right there. And there we are, caught red-handed.
No. I got nothing. Have you guys are wanted? How are you going to be moving around the city without being noticed? I can move freely, so I can do some errands for you guys if you need me to. But, you know,
Well, I can as well. I think for the rest of us, we discussed Atrix and Rivali's more intimate knowledge of the less well-known tracks of the city.
I mean, I do have ways around the city that not a lot of people of the guard variety know about.
I asked Varys if he'd had any interpretations of that map, but he and Luna seemed quite busy when I knocked.
who's Luna?
It's
Uh,
Varys' girlfriend.
Yes.
Just ask him
Very-
about it later.
Very
Okay.
pretty, not very chatty. Seems nice, though.
Oh. She sounds very lovely.
Hmm.
Speaking of Varys, we should go see where he's at.
Oh, he's in his room. I'm afraid I've disturbed them when I've knocked on the wrong door looking for Phineas here.
That's
Well,
me.
That's me. All right, what quest do we have here?
Wait, hold on.
Holding.
How much does this sword weigh? Okay, never mind. Damn.
Oh, shoot. Could we have used that cat for the fur?
I
It
believe
is
we
technically a
can.
cat, isn't it? Or does the cat fur disappear as well? Is it
Would
the
imagine
creature
s-
and all evidence of the creature, or just the creature itself?
I would imagine all of its essence would leave, right? After it disappears.
Oh, good call.
If we were to summon an animal that we then ate and got full and then it disappeared, would we no longer be full?
Yes.
You're hurting my brain with these questions. Kulog,
Yes, sir.
would you mind if I see your sword really quick? I might have a solution, maybe?
Mhm.
Kulog will like question, like get like confused about why Orphinius thinks that there's an issue because out of character, he doesn't know that there's a curse on the sword.
No.
Oh.
For the storing.
Yeah, he's trying to hide it for us.
Oh, right, because they don't know. Right. You're right. So he'll unsheath the obviously absolution and his. Well, no, because I still have my other two-handed sword. I could use that as my weapon for now.
Mhm.
So I'll take absolution out, hand it to him with two hands, so it's like laid across his hands, and basically hand it over to Orphinius, and he'll notice that Orphinius is like, as soon as he like picks it up, he like drops it on the ground because it's heavier.
Yeah,
than
he's
he
struggling to
expected.
hold it.
You are worthy. You are worthy.
Oh, well, this is kind of heavy. I was expecting it not to be. Doesn't look like it'd be this heavy. How heavy would you say do you think this is?
I'd probably say about 15 to 20 pounds.
Yeah, that's a little much. In the actual description, it is about 7 pounds.
17 pounds? Perfect.
7.
70? Awesome. I knew I was so strong.
I was like,
I
wait, is
almost-
he actually not listening to her?
Yeah, I almost believed you. Almost.
You know, Kulog, if you do just lots of curls with that in the morning, your definition will be wonderful. Not bulk, but you'll be cut.
More than I already am? You think the ladies would like it, Illithin?
Maybe? I don't know.
I might have to start doing that. I also have Ildrath. I could literally just wrestle him every morning.
I think that might be illegal. But I mean,
In some cities.
If you're into that, I mean, I won't,
Whoa, Orphinius! I was meaning actually wrestle him. Not
Oh!
provocatively wrestle him.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's how Dragonborn are made, but I'm not one to judge.
I
Jesus, you
fucking
guys are
love
fucking
Orpheus.
killing me today.
Those are half dragons, darling, but you're not wrong.
This is absolute
Oh.
fucking chaos, and I love it.
That makes more sense. How are Dragonborn made then? I'll have to look it up in the library. So I can't do anything about your sword, unfortunately, because it weighs a little bit too much. Had it weighed 2 pounds less, I could have stored it in an extra dimensional space for you for a few hours. But unfortunately, it's a little too heavy.
That's unfortunate.
I'm so sorry. I tried though.
Oh, no. Amazing effort. We appreciate it.
At least you tried. I mean, we can't complain much about it. You know, you did what
If
you
you
could.
break the sword off, I could probably do it, but then you'd have a broken sword.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave the sword by itself.
Something tells me that would be incredibly difficult to do anyway.
I think I might have a solution. I could reduce the size of the sword.
Oh.
You generally do.
Oh, Rafali.
Coming from the one that's shorter. Anyway, let me try something, and I will put my hand out for the sword and then cast enlarge
reduce.
reduce.
And I'm assuming you're going to be reducing it?
Yes.
Okay. It's going to be interesting.
And
Okay. So you do manage to cast it on the sword, and you do reduce the sword to half of its size, essentially.
then I will
Um,
hand it back to Orphinius.
Huh.
That's cute.
It now weighs 1 pound.
It's so small.
Yeah.
Wait, less than 1 pound.
Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, so, huh? You know what? Oh wow, 'cause that's clever as shit.
How long can you keep that up?
For a minute.
Now, what happens when it goes into an interdimensional space?
I think that's what
Because-
Aurelia was going, about.
Is
Yeah.
it still technically based around our our normal time, or is
So
it
the
just based around the space is changed?
so the extra dimensional space is like the bag of holding, essentially.
Yeah.
It's he can store anything that weighs no more than 5 pounds, where it remains for the entire duration, which is X amount of hours. Until the spell ends, you can use your action to summon the object to your free hand, and you can use your action to return the object to the extra dimensional space. An object in the pocket plane where the spell ends appears in your space at your feet. It is a concentration spell, and he can hold it up for 1 hour, but he can keep casting it essentially. So it's just somatic. So there's no like fancy thing that needs to be done. He can just say his spell. The thing I was worried about though is like since
So
the reduce only lasts for the minute.
when it goes back to its normal size,
It shoots out of the bag, sticks into
Well,
the ceiling.
It's
Well,
not
I
it's not the bag.
rips the bag apart.
yeah, it's a spell that stores it in the astral sea, but
Yeah.
I think the issue would be, does the spell let you bring it back if it now weighs more than 5 pounds?
Yes.
Or is
There's
it
a lot
just
of
stuck there?
a lot of weirdness going on, and I could technically rule this in a lot of different ways, and I kind of want to rule that this works in this specific instance at least because it's very clever, and I want definitely want to reward that use of cleverness.
What's the actual spell? I can't remember the proper name
It's
of it.
wrist pocket.
That's what it is. I searched for pocket, but because it doesn't have a space.
Yeah. It doesn't actually say anything else about anything about that, so I think that would just be a DM discretion, honestly. Huh.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
personally I would just go with it works, but if he uses an action to summon it, you'd have to reduce it again to store it again.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. So yeah, I'll allow that it works. So Orphinius takes the now very tiny sword, and you watch as he starts muttering the spell under his breath, and he flicks his wrist, and you watch with surprising dexterity for this not very strong, doesn't look super dexterous boy, and you watch as this whoop, flips out of existence and with a little pop.
I will turn around to Kulog and go and put my hand on his shoulder and go, "Don't worry, buddy. The sword will come back to the normal size."
It would be interesting to be fighting with a dagger at some point. Let's hope
It's a
that
very,
doesn't happen, but it is a
very,
possibility.
very powerful dagger, if I must add.
Oh, can you fight with two weapons at one time? Imagine having absolution as a dagger, as, perhaps an offhand weapon. How amazing would that be?
That would almost make me borderline a rogue. Actually,
Well,
Varys could potentially. Ooh, we could potentially use that with Varys sometime because he uses two weapons when he's doing hand-to-hand combat. That could be an interesting strategy if we needed to.
would absolution let Varys use it, though? Ed seemed very particular about who's wearing him. I suppose that's different, though, being worn versus being used.
That is true. Sigrun was able to use absolution for a short while.
Ah.
Granted, that was before it had bound itself to anyone.
Yeah, true.
So I
Something to
will
think
warn you
about.
that I can only do this at an hour at a time. And I can only cast it 6 more times. So you got 6 hours of me being able to store it, but I won't be able to really do much else today then.
It's a moderate amount of energy, then. You really only need stored while we're out in public, right?
Yeah, I mean, if we're behind closed doors, I have no problem putting absolution on my back again. I don't feel like it would hurt anything. We just have to make sure nobody sees the actual sword. Now, if
Well,
we needed an alternative, is there not just any way that we could like wrap the hilt and make it just seem like a regular two-handed sword. I mean, I've seen others walk through the city with weapons that are about this size. It's not common, but it's a possibility.
Suppose that's possible. I mean, unless someone got up in your face, which I find hard to believe anyone would do without cause. They'd really only take notice of it, I suppose, if they were looking for magical items in the area.
So
We're in a large city. They
basically-
can't be that uncommon.
So if we make it look ugly, nobody will look at
Oh, I can do that.
it.
Does
It's just a
the
thought.
handle look like unique, or is it just kind of a normal?
It looks very
Great sword.
unique. So, let me actually open up the sketch that I started because I wasn't going
Yeah.
to tell the sketch that I was doing this, but I started drawing Absolution.
Put your hot dog between my buns.
I just have to open it up really quick. Oh, please tell me I actually saved it.
That.
Oh, shit, did I not save it?
So, I could theoretically work a little bit of magic with a little bit of elbow grease, and we can sort of, I could make it look like really any old sword.
I could
I have some
also.
rope you can use if you want to wrap it around.
Oh, that would be nice. We can make it look like it has some nice scratches, some dents, maybe some nicks in the blade.
I also have 4 hours where I could disguise the sword on my back as something different.
Yeah, there's thought.
I will post
So-
it into the D&D chat. Never mind, it didn't post. Just
It
kidding.
did post.
It
Oh,
did.
not for me.
Fuck,
Can
that
see
looks
it.
cool.
Oh, there it goes. Yeah. So that's as far as I ended up getting with it. And I have to redraw that because it didn't save when I restarted my PC, so.
That looks cool as shit.
Just need to get rid of some of the fanciness. Maybe make the the nice parts of the pommel look like I don't know, leaves, feathers, bone maybe. Something not entirely desirable. But it can be done.
Hello?
Hello?
Is it me you're looking for?
Quackhead
Oh, it's
Dwagon. I mean, Crack
Dwagon.
Dragon.
Also, the Mona popped in a couple minutes ago. Hello.
Yes, I saw that. I forgot to say hi. Hello!
Guten Tag.
Hello, Donna.
If I remember correctly, we do need cat hair for one of these quests, but we also need to look for a cat, so that might kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Better
If
be
we
careful.
find
Squeaker might be sad if you kill a cat with 1 stone.
Not
Oh, right. You
killing a
said
cat.
birds. My bad.
birds, yes, sir. But if we get the cat,
Kick
take
the
some
cat.
of its.
What is
Kick
wrong
the
with
cat.
you?
I said.
Atrix.
Did I say kick? I meant find the cat. If we find the cat, we can take some of its fur for the other quest, return the cat, and nobody will bat an eye.
This is assuming that a cat with a name like Fluffy isn't one of those strange, wrinkly, hairless ones. It'd be a ridiculous joke, but I've seen worse.
Well, I mean,
Well-
it does say that he's white and fluffy on the job posting.
What if they mean Fluffy isn't fat? I'm just playing devil's advocate here.
What about
Well-
that panther? Couldn't we have shaved that?
That's what Illithin brought up, but we weren't sure if once the panther disappeared, if the fur would disappear too.
Ah, that must have been when I was eating my tacos. I apologize.
I'm gonna lean out of the window and hoping Sigrun's window is open. I'm just gonna, Sigrun! Sigrun, would you come over, dear?
He's in the room
I'm
with you.
standing in the room behind you.
Varys, I mean. Varys, yes, your name is Varys.
Ferris, go ahead and roll me a perception check. I mean, you can hear it a little bit faintly. The rooms aren't the most quiet,
Oh, we know.
but yeah, you can definitely hear her shouting for you down the hallway.
Somebody call for me, Sigrid.
Fucking control Atrix again.
Yeah, I think Illithin was. I don't know why though. Then
Chewy in
just
the
gonna,
top
gesture.
left, you have to click
towards
the
him.
little character.
Uh,
If you're still on the quest, you're in a different tab. You can't like maneuver around your character.
Thank you.
You, well, there.
Yes, there's lots of us. Come on. Pick a corner.
You, here.
Varys, how's your girlfriend Luna?
Stop it.
Oh
Yes,
yeah,
I-
that's right. I was supposed to ask you. You have a girlfriend?
I'm right. What? She's not my girlfriend. Look,
Well, that's what I was
He's
told.
being modest.
look. I'm only about halfway through, but I've got some bad news. Most of the city is not safe for us.
What?
What?
Well, according to what I'm
Ooh.
looking at, we've pretty much been watched from the start. Here, look. I don't know if this is gonna upload or not.
By who?
I can just
By
do
whom?
this.
Well, considering where the marking is that, you know, there are eyes, I'm almost willing to bet the court.
D&D chat, this is Varys right now showing us the map.
Ha ha ha.
I
Here,
mean,
I'll do it.
Do you
There,
think
too.
we mean the king's spies?
I would be led to believe so, yes.
Well, that's unpleasant.
It seems the, one moment.
Above table,
we
would
go.
Atrix know, like, if the king is kind of an asshole? I mean, I would assume so.
Roll me a history check with advantage for you. Okay, yes. So you would know that the king is usually very hands off in a lot of affairs. The queen's kind of the hotshot top dog here, and when he gets involved, it's usually because something pisses him off, or somebody crosses him, or it's very rare that he gets involved. And when he does, it's usually kind of a big deal. And sometimes he just does things to do things that kind of to undermine the queen a lot of the times. But yes, he is considered kind of an asshole. He never used to be, but in the later years, the older he's gotten, the more kind of estranged he's gotten.
Oh, it did upload,
You
yay.
do know, however, based on the map, and you've seen the symbols before, since, you know, as a rogue yourself and more familiarity with the city, that this is a very common map that a lot of people in your area of expertise tend to have. So you're like familiar with like the plaza, for example. It's not specifically your like the party being watched. It's more so like just in general, maybe don't do shady business here.
Yeah. But I would know what the map looks like. I probably wouldn't know what the symbols mean exactly, correct?
You would. You know thieves can't.
Okay.
Oh no, you wouldn't.
I wouldn't.
Rivali would though, however.
Yeah,
Rivali, so
opened
you
the chart
would know.
already.
Take what I just said, for him and apply it to you instead.
Yeah, I was actually just looking at that, so give me a sec.
So, I'm not terribly well versed in the hierarchy of things or the goings on of the royal court. What is the king's deal? He goes against the queen. He posts unfounded wanted posters of citizens. Not very much in the public eye, from what I've come to understand. How do we
Well,
know the king isn't the problem in all of this?
in all of this exact instance, more than likely it's the king's. King's kind of an asshole when he is wrongly, if something's wrong done to him. More than likely, since absolution is with us, that is why he's pissed. I mean, there's only one way we can get full answers, and it's to attend this ball and meet with the queen. But I can almost assure you the king's just being a drama queen.
Wow. I hope I never get married. That sounds like a headache.
Dear, don't rush. Love is heartbreaking and short-lived.
Well, I hope
Love
we're all
sounds
invited
boring.
to Varys and Luna's wedding.
What is
I got
Luna?
dibs on best man.
She's not my girlfriend.
Can I be the ring bearer?
Oh, you'd be so precious. Imagine
Right?
Phineas and Ildreth walking down the aisle.
Oh my goodness.
It would be so cute.
Now, would you walk next to him or ride him? Or
Oh,
come
there's
flying
an
in?
idea.
Ooh.
Orpheus in Draconic looks over to Yildrath. Do you know what a ring bearer is? And Yildrath's like, no. And so Orpheus goes on to explain what a ring bearer is, and then essentially was like, do you want to be a ring bearer? And Yildrath's like, okay.
In the corner with fucking Ildrat just talking to him.
Cracking up.
Yildrath is totally into it.
Oh, this is lovely. We'll write to your parents. Oh, we could have a nice ceremony out by the lake. That'd be wonderful, wouldn't it?
Wait, did you
You'll-
say ring bearer or ring bear? Like a ring of bears?
No.
No, Kulog, we do not need a strength test during the wedding.
What
Or
if they
do we?
dance?
A competition for best man?
Dancing bears. I had a dancing bear in my family. It was wonderful.
How did you do that? Orpheus tries to whistle, and you just hear.
I can't whistle in real life. Otherwise, I would have.
That
You're
was
gonna
either
have to
Stitch or
teach me
Chewie.
how to whistle.
That was me.
Oh, those two are gonna make such a good couple.
Kulog kind of takes Orpheus
She's
over
not
to the side and
my
like crouches
girlfriend.
Fucking slams the door as he leaves.
down. Kulog comes over by Orpheus and like kind of teaches him the whole like put your two middle fingers together, like pointing finger guns at each other. Tuck your tongue down. That way you can actually like blow through and like tighten your lips, and that's how you blow. That's how you make a whistle noise.
God damn it.
Am I doing it?
Close. Try putting your tongue over your fingers, and fold your tongue. You have to blow. You have to parse your lips and tighten them up a little bit, and then blow the air quickly through your lips. We'll work on it, Orpheus. Don't worry. It's
Okay. I
Don't-
believe in your teaching skills.
fine. We start seeing Orpheus like going red in the face.
You all
Oh
have
my
to be
God.
fabulous fathers one day. I'm
This is
so
one of those
proud.
moments where I wish we were on cam because I was actually following your instructions really badly and doing it with. Fucking love Orpheus.
Oh my God, I love this whole party.
So,
I think we've taken enough time in this room. I think we should get on the road.
Where to
Certainly.
first? Do you want me to come with you guys, or kind of batten down the hatches and hold the fort? I think that's the phrase.
Well, what if we check in with Luna and see if she has any suggestions on what our next path forward and which quest we should do? She obviously knows the city probably more than I do. She got us here with undetected.
Oh.
We can always go see if Varys knows where she's at and check in with her. I mean,
Well, I mean, she's probably where we came in at. It seems like she was living in that big back room.
that is very true. I am going to head that way. Pardon me, Seagun.
I, for one, Orpheus, think maybe you should stick with us. That's just my thought,
Okay.
but you're your own person. You do as you please.
Okay. If anybody tries to attack you guys while we're out, do you want me to, like, what do you want me to do? Should I kill them?
Oh,
Should I not do that?
Maybe let's try capturing them. Maybe tie their hands together first before we decapitate them or stop their heart from beating. Let's try to talk with them before, but if they attack us, maybe we can do countermeasures, but I think we should be okay with not killing them for saying the wrong thing. We're not really at that point yet.
Okay, good,
Thinking
because
maybe
I
in the
don't want to do
city,
that.
avoidance is better. Escape would be preferable.
Well, I can make things dark so we can escape on if like a smokescreen type of thing. I can make people really slow, but it does hurt them a little bit if I do that. But I could do that. Those are like the two things I can kind of do.
We'll see. So,
Okay, lead the way. I follow.
So as we're walking out, wherever we're going, I have something I wanted to look into this evening, just on my own after dark. So I'll be splitting off from you at some point.
Oh, okay. Orpheus looks kind of sad that you're leaving.
Oh, darling, I'll be back. Don't be sad. I have something to take care of that I think it's best maybe not to involve everyone else in.
Okay.
I walked ahead, but would I have heard that conversation before I'd left?
You already walked into the room, so I will say no.
Okay. I'll meet up with Varys at the bar.
As Orpheus kind of leaves to follow Sigrun, you hear as he kind of pushes past you, very quietly, "That's what they all say." And then he walks off. More or less to Illithan's comment about "I'll be back."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just follow, 10 feet behind Orpheus.
Kind of shuffles along a little bit and puts on that perky face once he sees the rest of the group again.
Varys is actually sitting facing away from the bar, with his back against the bar, just kind of looking out, watching everybody.
Mm-hmm. Nobody really pays you guys any minds. They're kind of just keeping themselves. Every once in a while, someone will look over at you guys as more people kind of shuffle in, but nobody's bothering you. Most of them seem to recognize you, but they don't give a shit.
Orpheus, did you want to grab something to eat for on the way out? You haven't eaten yet.
Oh, sure. Do you think that they make sandwiches here?
I'm sure they have the ingredients to do so.
Excuse me, Mr. Bartender, sir. And the bartender will come over and he's like, "Yeah, what can I do for you?" He's like, Can you possibly make me a ham sandwich for the road?
Just make
And
him whatever you like. I'll be paying.
the owner kind of like looks you guys up and down and kind of gives a little grunt, goes into the back. You don't hear what they're saying, and he stays back there for a little bit, maybe about like close to 6 minutes before he comes out with a couple ham sandwiches for the road, essentially. And he did not skip on the works. There's like lettuce and like tomatoes and all that good stuff. It's like it looks really well made.
I'll give him whatever's owed.
Yeah, it's like a silver.
Give him 2.
Okay. He puts the one of the silvers in like essentially a tip jar and kind of goes back to doing what he was doing over here, cleaning. Excuse me.
So have you all
Hope your wife
decided
should
what we're going to
be.
be doing? Going to be hard pressed to make it much through anywhere in the city.
Well, that's why we came out. I think we might speak with Luna and kind of see if she knows of a way to start these quests and which ones to do first, and if there's an easier way to maneuver around the city, as she got us here undetected. Maybe she knows of more routes.
Well, if you're looking for Luna, the bartender speaks up. She already left for the day.
Well, thank you, sir. I guess that plan's out the window.
Sorry about that. Had I known she was going to be needed, I wouldn't have sent her up for some tasks.
Oh, does she work here?
Nope.
I see.
Do you happen to know what tasks, or if you don't mind sharing, I guess I should say, what tasks she was sent out on?
Private matters.
Aren't they all?
Tasks that I've seen you around before. Tasks that you'd be keen on. Those type of tasks. Enough said.
Ah,
I will,
Sends out to Atrix specifically.
I'll nod my head.
any perhaps additional tasks that Luna wasn't able to take on for you today?
I have a few later this evening. If you're interested in looking for work.
Always up for making a little additional coin.
Well, I will see if we got anything. See if I can scrounge up something. But no promises. You guys do. I did see you take all those quests off the quest board, so you might want to do those probably first.
You're too kind.
Well, I say we go find this cat.
Have you seen any cats nearby, bartender?
Oh, I've seen plenty of cats. And he points over to the cat that's sleeping literally on the bar in a little cat bed that looks handmade.
Is it white and fluffy?
It is
Looks
an orange
orange.
cat.
Damn. I have quests open, so
We're looking for apparently a big, fluffy white one. Possibly missing an ear. It could just be a horrible illustration. Hard to tell.
No, can't say that I've seen any white cats around here. Why don't... Usually when things go missing, cats tend to return and stay in their home turf. Usually, might want to check around where the kid lives.
Most of your patrons who post requests for help here, are they generally denizens of Midden Row?
Oh, no, we get requests all the time. This is just... Sometimes when people don't have anywhere else to go, or when they want to get enough audience, they'll post their quests here too. Sometimes we get a lot of smaller requests, like kids posting their stuff here, because most of the other big boards don't want to take on requests from children.
Oh, that's understandable. Well, that's what we want to start with. Oaken Alley is just a bit to the south, isn't it? Closer to the gate.
Yes, it is just a little bit south of here. And I do know of a fairly undetected path to the Oaken Alley.
Any objections?
Oh, we got to start somewhere, right?
Yep.
Varys like throws his hood up over his head and stands up off the bar stool and starts walking. Well, shall we?
Okay, for this, I'm going to have you guys make a party stealth check. So all of you roll me stealth, please, for moving throughout the city.
Real quick,
Yep.
looking around the bar, is there anyone that's wearing like a big kind of cloak, like one that's meant to like cover yourself?
Oh yeah, a lot of them are. The one that you can see immediately is the one here. The
one that was looking at us funny?
yes, which I did have the picture of him that I uploaded. Which his hair, I didn't end up getting around to editing it, but he is a fire genasi, and his hair is kind of like flamey.
Yeah, remember that.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna kind of like look over my shoulder. Is he still kind of eyeballing us?
Not at the moment. He's in the process of drinking some what appears to be water from his cup. His robe is very nice, however. Not the type that you would expect to see in a place like this. Like, this guy probably looks like he's upper class.
Okay, yeah, I'm looking for something that's like nondescript. Something that wouldn't draw attention.
Upper class, like, would he be one of the spies that the people were talking about?
Could be. You don't know. Spies come in many shapes and forms.
Yeah, I want to find someone that's like dressed like normal everyday person, like something that's plot twist. Something that wouldn't draw attention to us.
Okay. You could probably actually ask the bar owner himself. He probably would have stuff for you. This is the type of bar that you could probably ask for things like that.
Excuse me, barkeep.
Yep.
One last thing before we go. I find myself in need, and perhaps my friends here, of some inconspicuous attire. Preferably in the cloak variety, something that doesn't draw too much attention. Something that, in fact, maybe detracts attention.
Sure. Got some extra clothes in the back here in the storeroom, and we also got some various cloaks left behind by patrons that just, for whatever reason, don't come back and get their stuff.
Wonderful lost and found shopping. If you have anything perhaps in my size and something for my small friend here, tap Orphinius on the shoulder. Just something, with a nice hood.
You're gonna want to go to the left over here down the hallway, and you're gonna see the stable doors on your right, and then to the left there's gonna be like the mucking area where we keep the tools. There's a cabinet back there full of various clothes that you can wear and find. Just take whatever you need. Just make sure you return it if you can.
Well, I'll put down a deposit just in case. And I'll just hand him a gold.
All right, can't say no to money. tucks
Of
it away.
course not. Come on, Phineas, let's go pick out our costumes.
I love playing dress up.
I will follow suit.
Same.
Kind of
Time to put on
excitedly
a costume.
bolts down there with a pep in his step. Oh, it stinks in here like horse poop.
Stable, dear.
It's easy enough. You're able to find clothes in various sizes. A couple of them are bloodstained and have like dagger wounds on them. The person who was wearing it was probably stabbed to death.
No, don't
Some of
want that
them,
one.
some of them are nicer, probably left behind by upper class patrons. There's some that look more raggedy and downtrodden, but you can find a very decent wide range of clothes here, ranging from cloaks to also like actual common clothes.
Oh yeah,
I'd like
looking
to
for
find one-
something between like common and downtrodden.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
it's
middle
easy enough.
class. Is there
Yeah,
one
it's
to fit
easy
my
enough.
tall ass?
It's a little snug, and if you like lean, if you like reach up a little bit, it turns into a little bit of like a little belly shirt a little bit. But yeah,
Hell yeah. That's my normal day to day, so let's go.
Just picturing Atrix in a fucking belly shirt. Like a
listen,
crop top.
He's kind of wearing one right now. I think.
I am actually.
Yeah, he is.
You gotta show off the 8-pack that I don't have IRL.
Yeah, you got an 8-pack of donuts, right? Me too, bitch.
Nah, dude, that's a baker's dozen. What are you talking about?
Yieldreth close the door. Yieldreth comes in and he Orpheus takes out a little hat and puts it on him.
Uh,
Cute.
there-
He's got a
are
little
there-
party hat.
are there any canes in here?
Yes, there are actually.
I will grab a cane and hand it to Ildrath to see if he could hold on to it.
Okay.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Hello, my ragtime gal.
It's
It's
clunky, but he
attracting
can.
attention.
Yeah, he kind of like stands up on his hind legs and like uses the cane. He has it upside down because using the wrong end to walk, and you hear it kind of crack a little bit under the weight.
Yes. As adorable as that is, if I was walking down the street and saw a dragon, much less a dragon with a little top hat and a cane, I'd be very inclined to stop and ask what was going on.
Orpheus puts a cloak around Yildrath while he's Yildrath's walking on his hind legs.
I
More questions are raising.
Even worse.
Now, I have a genuine question. So, since
Mhm.
my AC is based around like armor being worn, if I put on a costume, that wouldn't affect my AC, right?
No, so a costume is considered clothes, not armor.
Gotcha. Okay, perfect. I was sitting there. I was like, what if I'm like wearing a shirt, just a t-shirt, and then all of a sudden I go from 17 AC to like 6?
No.
No.
Yeah, as long as a piece of clothing doesn't actually change your armor class, it's not armor.
Yeah, otherwise
Gotcha, okay.
you'd be running around naked. So,
Oh yeah.
got another sword for you.
Wait, hold on.
Put your hot dog between my buns.
Oh no.
Put the hot dog between your buns.
I'm sorry, Yildrath, but I think you might have to stay here. Yildrath looks super sad.
You just see him slunk down and like kind of.
Don't be sad. Who better to protect everything? I mean, if someone
got
is
a
spying
point.
on us and they come looking, surely you can scare them away.
Or you can eat them. I won't tell anybody if you do.
I'll in Draconic, I'll tell Ildrath to give us his best scary face.
Show us your war face.
He's a lovable dragon. What can we say?
he like kind of smiles at you.
It's not so much intimidating as it is unsettling.
Perfect.
Let me see if I can find a good picture of this. I have it in my head.
In your head.
This is his scary face.
That's exactly what I was picturing.
Oh no, that is unsettling. I don't like
my
that.
What the fuck is that?
I
Terrifying.
hate
What the hell?
it.
Can you delete that, please?
No, it's beautiful.
No, the first one wasn't scary enough.
We're gonna come up against monsters that look like that now.
Well,
We
Chewy's
are
never
now
going in the
that you
pins.
said
So yeah, you guys are able to find whatever you need essentially. Some of the clothes are either a little bit too baggy or too tight, but I mean that's kind of perfect for trying to go for the lower to middle class range of look.
We can't afford clothes that fit us.
Exactly.
That's fine. All the
Maybe
more
it's
reason
hand-me-downs
for
or something.
yeah. No reason people don't pay attention to wretches,
Mm-hmm.
except other wretches. All right, everyone outfitted?
Or if Phineas goes to like take the hat off Yildrath, but Yildrath reaches up and like very carefully grabs Orpheus's hand and just slowly lowers it back on.
No.
He wants the hat.
We might have to pay for that.
I think we should be fine.
Okay.
Why is there a hot dog emoji?
What?
Nothing?
Oh. Ha! Put your hot dog between my buns.
Put your hot dog between my buns.
Put your hot dog between my buns.
Okay.
Hey, Hank, can I ask for context on the hot dog in the buns, real quick?
It was from last night.
Yeah, it was
From
from Codenames.
Codenames.
Ah. Okay, never mind.
Okay, so keeping your guys' stealth check. Did everybody roll? No, we're missing Ilthan's stealth check.
Yummy. You can eat that?
Do we get to roll with advantage or anything for the disguises?
You know what? I'll say yes. Since you're doing disguises.
Yeah, it
Go
worked.
ahead and re-roll.
I don't know that I can do much better than my first one.
Yeah, I like my first one.
I'll take that one. Thanks.
Yeah, definitely did way better on the first one.
Okay. Yeah, most of you, you guys are, as far as you are aware, stealthy as fucking hidden. With Atrix and Rivali leading the way, it is no problem to navigate throughout the city. I will be switching over to the main map here. So, I would you can have one person roll with advantage, or, 2 people can make their own rolls, but I would like a perception roll, and this is going to determine if you guys find the cat or not and how long it takes.
I would like to help
I will also
either
like to help.
Illithin or Siggurn to try to find the kitty cat.
Okay, so one
Somebody
of
with-
you roll with advantage.
Thanks God's willing, I'm pretty fucking great at perception.
Yeah.
Go for it.
On a scale of like a boost or a benefit of 1 to 10, how much of a benefit would you say that you have?
Roll 'em with advantage.
Somewhere around 5.
Oh, no, that won't do. Well, let's see.
I love it.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, Ilton, you guys start moving south towards Oaken Alleys. You guys get towards probably around here, where you hear a kind of human-like scream sound coming from over here.
What the hell was that?
I mean, I know we're looking for the cat, but I think we should check that out. It's the fucking panther.
Oh, God, no. Come on.
I'll kind of lead the way.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me another perception check with an advantage if you're getting help. Or 2 people can roll. You know the deal, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. Advantage.
Yeah, advantage.
8.
Okay.
Oh, double 18? Sheesh.
So you guys managed to make your way over to where you hear the screaming sound, which is where the token is now. And when you get there, you see a mangled corpse of a person kind of like in the alleyway that has like partially been chewed a little bit and claw marks on him. Still warm, fresh. You can see there's a couple people that are kind of gathered around already looking at the body. With that perception check, you do notice that there is white fur at the scene.
Else,
Can I pick it up?
Sure.
I'm gonna like pull my cloak, kind of hood, like a little closer in, like almost like you would like you're cold or something, just bubbling up a little bit. And excuse me, what happened here?
Well, we don't really, excuse me, we don't really know what happened. We heard some screaming. We came over and found this poor bloke all mangled and what a shame.
Did you-
Indeed.
Did you see anything leave the area?
No, I was over there watering my plants.
Ooh, what kind of plants are you growing?
I'm growing some beans.
Beans.
What the fuck? How are your crops doing so far?
They're not doing too bad. The weather hasn't been too great. It's starting to have a little bit of a drought going on, but you know, it looks like we have a little couple beans that we can pickle.
It's been a bit windier than normal recently, hasn't it?
It definitely has. Yeah, I can definitely see that. Real problem is the kids that come by and try to eat the beans right off the vine.
My beans, what the fuck?
Go ahead and roll me a sleight of hand. See if anybody noticed you essentially tampering with the scene.
It's not in the alley.
Okay. As far as you know, nobody saw.
Huh. I'm just gonna like to be a little more smooth and like immediately backing away. I'm gonna like lean down like I'm having a closer look. Do things like this happen often?
No, never seen anything like this before in my life. Well, that's not true. I had a cow once. We had a wolf problem briefly on the outskirts of town. That was handled pretty quickly, but didn't have a cow that got eaten. But I mean, that's the closest I've ever seen.
What about giant man-eating furry things? And I'll point at some of the fur on the ground.
You think a wolf got into the city?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not. I'm not a native. A resident. There we go. Just curious. I mean, if that's something that tourists should be concerned about, I'd like to know.
The wolves are not really common around here. Oh, I mean, they are kind of in the woods, but I mean, not like in the city. Varys, go ahead and roll your perception.
I'm essentially like
advantage.
gonna start trying to like create a distraction for anything anyone else wants to do. You said you had a problem with one of your cows. Was it like this? I mean, you said that was a wolf. If this is a wolf, I'd assume they would be similar. This is grizzly.
No, this looks more like whatever was doing this going for the bowels. This was like wolves tend to go for like the jugular. I don't know what this is.
Oh.
Varys, you kind of look around. You see like a trail of cat fur going off it towards this direction.
I really want to whistle, but I can't whistle. Yeah, to get the attention of like somebody else in the party. And then like not really say anything, but like just point my finger down in the direction.
Yeah, easy enough. With Ilth and small talk, nobody really even pays attention to you whistling. There's a lot of commotion and noise going on anyway. Ilthan, you continue to do the small talk. Nobody really seems to have like known this person specifically. It's more like a, oh yeah, we've seen him walk once or twice, but nothing nothing concrete like, oh yeah, this is my friend George, blah blah blah. Nothing like that. It just seems like, oh yeah, I saw him walking once or twice and passing by. Seemed like a nice fellow type of deal.
Can we loot his body in secret? Or are there too many people around?
There's probably too many people for that.
Okay.
Oh,
Beam me up, Sky.
this is absolutely horrible. Is someone called the guards, perhaps?
Yeah, guards have already been called. They're on their way over right now.
Oh, well, suppose they'll have everything in hand then. If you were a tourist in the city wanting to stay away from something like this, where would you go? Where should I go?
Well, I mean, the nice part of the city is around the rise.
Yeah,
North
not
somewhere
quite that wealthy. Maybe something a little more middling?
Well, Thoroughfare is a great place. The more touristy area.
Right. Well, good luck with all of this, and I hope this never happens again. Certainly not while I'm here to see it.
I don't blame you. You go take care of whatever it is you need to do. If you gotta throw up, try to do it in an alleyway or, not in someone's garden.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for that advice. And I'll kind of make a show of being a little bit disgusted and like off put.
Yeah.
And make my way towards where the rest of the party went.
Yeah, easy enough. Everybody joins you, Varys.
Yeah, just following the trail of
Okay.
cat hair fur.
Okay, so somebody roll me a perception with advantage.
I'm giving that to Elithan again.
Yeah.
It's what you get for being really good at perception.
Actually, no. This time, now that you're following a trail, it
That's-
would be survival because you are now scouting and following tracks
Oh,
technically.
no, that's not me.
Well, I mean, since I'm leading the way, I would imagine Varys. I don't know
go for
if somebody's walking side by side with me.
Yeah, I'm like right behind you, so
Yeah,
I guess
secret.
advantage, but
Okay,
not that you need it.
easy enough. Alright.
I thought it was A for advantage. Why did it only roll
it
once?
is. The hotkeys are like kind of busted right now.
Oh, gotcha.
Or no, Alt for advantage. Sorry.
Yeah, that's what I
Mine's
was
working.
using. It
Yeah,
only
my
rolled a
hotkeys are
single one.
broken.
Yeah, it's only doing one. Whatever. 25.
Easy enough. You guys managed to follow the trail, over here actually, and eventually you hear this hissing sound from a alleyway, like a dead end alleyway, essentially, where like there's various boxes that are kind of put up. And Varys, you turn, and you see a white cat, definitely a lot larger than a normal house cat. A lot larger.
Is it missing an ear?
How
It is
large?
missing an ear.
How large are we talking? Are we talking like panther sized or like savannah cat sized?
Let me actually find out. how big these are.
You fighting a Maine Coon? I don't want to.
I have a feeling it's going to be bigger than that.
There it is. These are considered large.
Shit.
Oh, fucking Christ.
Kitty.
Oh, that's a big boy.
Yeah, this is not a normal house pet, but he is missing an ear, and he does have the silvery white fur.
Oh, he looks cool as shit, though.
Well, that is certainly not what I was expecting to find.
I will call out Sir Silver.
The roll me animal handling.
Can I
Okay.
give it? Never mind.
You call out Sir Silver, and you watch as like the cat's tail kind of like flicks a little bit. His ears kind of perk forward just briefly, and kind of hisses in your direction, but doesn't back away.
That
Ah.
is not what I thought we signed up for. Just gonna take a step back behind the boys.
Would I happen to have anything that would constitute as like a meat other than like just to kind of give something to it to eat to like kind of show that we're peaceful?
Yeah, you guys got rations and stuff that have like dried meats.
I will pull out a ration and kind of do the here's Sir Silver, like kind of with the. I'll take a step forward in front of Varys and call out the name of the cat again with the ration in my hand.
Keeping your current animal handling check, since I will count this as part of the same action. You do so, and the cat, Sir Silver, kind of takes a moment, eyes you up, takes one step closer, then another, very slowly, kind of eyeing the rest of you all as well to make sure you guys aren't doing anything. And then he walks over to the ration and kind of very greedily grabs it out of your hand and starts eating it.
And then after, like, I'll let him eat it. After he's done, like, eating it, I'll kind of put my hand out for him to smell, like
Okay.
a normal cat. And then if he takes it, I will start scratching behind his ear.
Okay. He does so. He starts sniffing your finger a little bit and does that kind of like open mouth thing that cats do when they smell something that's different.
Yeah.
And then he rubs his head along your hand to mark you as his and lets you pet him.
Big cat, stinky face.
You've been claimed.
Yep. Stink face. God, I need something to drink.
I'll
I have IRL cat sounds. Murphy snoring in my bed in the background.
I will kind of like get down to his level, like on a knee, and then I'll be
Mhm.
like, "You ready to go home, buddy?"
Just loud purring.
I will. Do I have any rope?
If you don't, I
He
think
does
I
have
do.
a collar on him that you
Put
can
a
see
leash
now that
on
you're
it or
up close.
something.
It's kind of buried in his fur, but he does have like a blue collar.
I will grab some rope from somebody and kind of tie it around his collar,
I have
and
some.
then
Yeah, me too.
like a leash, and then be like, and once I tie it, I'll be like, "Let's go home, buddy."
Easy enough to do. It's a little difficult walking him. He does kind of flop down at one point, and you kind of have to drag him. But with enough like prodding and stuff, he eventually gets annoyed enough to just follow behind you.
I will make my way to 3 oaken alleys.
Okay, roll me a perception to see how long it takes you guys to get there.
I would like to roll a perception check to see how many people are like clocking us as we're walking with this gigantic fucking cat.
Okay, both of you go ahead and roll your perceptions.
With bloody paws.
Can we watch the pause before we start going?
Yeah,
You
notice.
are
I
knew it
would
was
like to
coming.
DM inspiration that if I could.
okay. Go for it.
You DM inspirationing my roll?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, you're so nice. Don't
Easy
make it
peasy.
worthless. Better.
Not bad. There are definitely a couple people noticing. It seems more so. You hear one person go, "Looks like Sir Silver got out again," as you guys are passing by, and nobody seems to be that interested.
Noticing, like, when I was petting him and tying him up, noticing that his paws were like bloody, I would have casted prestidigitation to clean him off.
Okay, easy enough.
Varys's eyes flick over to the guy as he says that. Like, he doesn't move his head. He just, like, glances over at him.
There's an elderly gentleman talking with another elderly gentleman, just kind of going about their day. It's easy enough with Atrix taking the lead and kind of knowing the city that with that role of perception that you guys are able to find a very modest house. 3 oaken alleys. You see a little plaque that looks handmade and hand painted, with like little flowers and one which has like a little cat on it that's been drawn, very similar to the one that Tommy had drawn that says pillars. And you managed to find their house.
I will walk up and actually, I'll stop before going up to the door. Turn around to Illithin and just double check to make sure she grabbed fur. If not, grab some before I knock on the door.
Give him a thumbs up.
Okay, I will knock on the door.
Knock, knock, knock. Takes a moment and you hear a little pitter patter of feet, and the door kind of swings open, and it is a very small young boy with brown, kind of slightly curly hair. He looks up at you and then looks and sees the cat, and he goes, "Sir Silver, you found him!" And he reaches out and like hugs Sir Silver. And you hear more feet as a woman who has an apron on. She's kind of wiping her hands. She goes, "Oh, good, you found him."
I did. I kind of hand her the rope. Maybe put a leash on the cat so he doesn't get out again.
Oh, trust me,
He's-
we've tried.
He's caused some problems.
Yes, well, that wouldn't be the first time, unfortunately. But thank you. I will inquire with the guards later if the damage is done. I don't really have much to offer you. And Tommy takes the rope before she can do it and grab it. And then Tommy reaches into his pocket, pulls out 2 copper, hands it to you, Atrix, and a cool rock.
I will hand the rock back to Illithin. Is that rock just a rock?
It looks like a fool's gold rock.
I will, kind of giving it to Illithin to inspect just in case it was something magical. And if it's not, if she hands it back, I will just give him the copper and the rock back and go, this one's on the house.
Yeah, hand the rock immediately back. Don't even take it from you.
And then I'll kind of give the kid a scratch on the, like a pat and a rough pat on the head.
Rough putt.
Rough putt.
I'll kind of try to lean in close by Atrix's back. Just kind of was perhaps we should tell the mother about,
Ah, yes. Run along, little one. I need to talk to your mother.
He looks to his mom first, and she nods, and he goes, "Okay, thank you for helping. Goodbye." And he runs off. He's really young.
I will kind of pull the mother aside, kind of just outside of the door and explain of the situation in the alley.
You see Kulog in the back just rooting him on, being like, "Get her number, get her number."
Well, that is just great. Well, thank you for informing me and letting me know. I will take care of it, I guess.
To be fair, the only thing that they have is the fur, potentially. I did clean off his paws, so nobody noticed the blood. But
Yes, well, unfortunately, it's not the first time something like that has happened, and we've already received a warning once for having a potentially dangerous creature as a house pet. Um, this is gonna be a hassle. Thank you anyway. I'm so sorry to have troubled you with this.
it was no trouble at all. More
And
trouble
she
for the
wipes
other
her hand
guy.
again and holds her hand out to shake it.
I will take it and kiss the back of it.
Oh, thank you. I guess. I don't know how to respond to that. I'm gonna. Okay. She kind of looks at you all, looks back at you, looks at you all again, and just kind of awkwardly turns and heads back inside.
As she turns and heads back inside, I'll turn to Kulog and then kind of do a finger gun and a wink.
Hey.
And then turn to
Katie's
Illithid
like, "You
and
see all
go,
this already."
and then go, it was nothing, dear, I promise.
Don't mind me. Maybe you'll share a bed with her. Illithid turns and walks off.
Oh, shit.
All right, so I have
Kulog
marked
sees
that
that
one
and
as
then-
completed.
Kulog sees that and then says, like, well, maybe next time let me talk to the ladies. And it seems like you have one that's struck an interest in you, my friend.
I'll kind of give the bro fist to him and go, agreed.
Principle of the thing, dear.
Can you say that one more time? Sorry.
Call over her shoulder. It's the principle of the thing, dear.
It was a respect thing. It was nothing more.
Are you guys having relationship troubles?
We just see the
No,
little kid
darling.
come around the corner, like just peeking around.
No, it's Orphinius.
Oh, it's Orphinia.
No, darling, relationship troubles of the people in relationships.
Oh, are you guys not
They-
like
He sticks his pinky up. Are you not?
Well,
At this point, it might be considered a relationship, but we'll see how it We'll see how it plays out, I guess.
that's clever wordplay. I like
That was
that.
very clever. I didn't know you had it in you, Kulog. Well, that sounded really mean. I'm so sorry.
It's all right, my friend. Sometimes it's not a bad thing to have some brawn be the forefront of your looks rather than your brains, because you strike people with, you know, a little bit of fear in their hearts when they realize how smart you truly can be.
That's what I'm here for. I'm the smarts. You got the brawn. I don't have that.
Where to next?
Real quick, does anybody else in the party have parchment paper on them?
You
I
should
do.
have parchment paper on you. You're the
I
wizard.
do. I have 10 sheets, but we need 6 sheets of paper.
You can rip some out of my notebook and stuff that I've been practicing with my forgery kit.
I'll put like 3 into a 3 or 4. I'll do 4 and take 3 from Illithin so we can cover that part of it.
So just to double check, parchment and paper are 2 different things in
Technically,
D&D.
yes.
Oh, are they?
So, yeah,
Yeah.
paper is fancy, and parchment is like a quarter the price or something.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
okay. I did not know that. Thank you.
Yeah, so if it's
They're different in real
actual
life too.
paper, well, yes,
Real
but nobody
parchment
actually
is,
cares.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you probably have parchment, but this is asking for paper.
Okay, okay. Now, we can see if there's any shops around and see if we can find a couple of more things for this. And I'll kind of show the list to, I'm assuming, Illithin.
I mean, most of these things we could probably find at a components shop. The wire, certainly. A wooden box. That could be an alms box, a tinder box. Sticks. Just look around and pick up, I suppose.
I mean, yeah, we can find the 8 sticks and grab some dirt here outside.
Yeah, we'd have to
At
travel
some
outside the
point-
gates for the river pebbles.
There
At
is a
some
river
point,
in the
I-
city. Sorry, 47.
At some point, I do need to go to a blacksmith or leather worker, and I just kind of gesture towards the rapier that has no scabbard that I've been carrying around.
It would have came with one.
I asked you, and you said no.
I thought you were talking about absolution.
No, I was talking about mine.
Oh, yeah, yours came with one.
Or do I just have a sword and no way to properly store it? You say just the sword.
I thought you were talking, for some reason, I
Okay.
thought you were talking about absolution.
In that
So
case,
absolution
ignore
would
that.
make sense to not come with a
Yes, you
scabbard
pulled it out of
because
the
I already
ground.
had one.
You also pulled it out of the ground, so.
True.
Never
So, yeah.
mind,
was
I
just
don't
using
need to
my
go to
own.
a blacksmith or leather worker.
I also wouldn't mind updating my scabbard and getting a nicer, newer one sometime in the future.
Well,
Yes,
we
let's
can-
make the sword that you're trying to hide more obvious.
I said in the future. It doesn't have to be now.
The future is now.
Well,
we can make our way on our way to the riverbed. We can stop by a component shop and see if we can fill this out rather quickly.
Yeah, it's easy enough. There's a Grosco in the city, so you can get most of what you need there.
we paid
Um,
more than we're paying to get these ingredients.
Well, I hope so. I didn't feel right taking the 2 copper from the kid and his pet rock. I'm not going to take it from him.
No, of course not.
Not to mention his mother had so much more to deal with the alleyway, so...
Oh, you're talking about you.
No, Rivali, that was just a sign of respect. Don't cause more problems than I already have.
We all have problems, dear.
What's the matter, Edrix?
making
Don't like people
observations.
teasing you about your girlfriend?
Hmm.
Oh, I don't know. What about Luna there, sir?
Luna seems to be out
She's
doing
not
her
my
own thing.
girlfriend! Well, at least you and I have dates to the masquerade ball, Varys.
Oh,
And I
you're
look
taking
at-
the crazy cat lady?
No. I asked Illithin, silly.
Oh?
Well, we're all going anyway.
Might as well have a good-looking woman on my side.
Flattery will get you everywhere and nowhere.
Ferris just gives kind of like a smirk and an eyebrow raise. And
Where's District C in the river block?
Un momento.
Looking at Atrix
I will
and Rivali, I guess.
above table look at the DM because I'm not sure. Caw. It's
There you go.
over here. It's over here.
Well, there's a strange building, or a derelict building producing strange music there, apparently.
I mean, we can always stop there on the way, and because Midden Row is right by, I guess, home base, if that makes sense. We can always stop by, swing by and see what's going on there. And
seems to be home at least until the ball.
That's fair. Queen seemed to have some sort of directive after that, so I say
Perhaps let's
we...
keep discussion of that in public to a minimum.
I would have said that like quiet enough to...
Never know.
So I think we're making our way to Brave Souls Needed in District C.
Okay. Says quest.
Because, I mean, on
Okay.
the way, we would have probably stopped by the shop and filled out, got as much as we can for need help.
Yeah, it is easy enough for you guys to get pretty much everything. Go ahead and mark off. I think the most expensive thing on there is probably the paper. Maybe the copper wires. Essentially though, it most will probably cost you, maybe 5 gold at best.
I would have paid for it.
Easy enough. All you gotta do is deliver it now. Let me open up Brave Souls Needed. Okay. Let me go
Speaker's going
to.
to use that to like summon a demon or something.
Well, I guess you just have to wait and find out.
Fucking Luca. Azalith is going to come down. Get fucked.
Mommy milker demon lady.
They're all cell components except the socks, as far as I know.
Put your hot dog between my buns.
Yeah, the socks are probably just, in case it gets cold.
Gonna use it to generate static electricity.
He's doing the fucking shuffle
shocking.
against the ground.
So you guys make your way over to this building. It takes you a bit of a moment to find it, but you kind of see it tucked back against the wall essentially. This building and a couple of the surrounding buildings are no longer in use. The one specifically that you're being called to, however, has a sign out front of it that says future site of the Creed Inn is what it says. Sorry, I couldn't remember. It is boarded up with essentially like do not enter signs, more or less.
Varys walks around the back of the building, kind of inspecting the surroundings and the building itself.
Okay, easy enough. It is not great shape. It looks like it needs heavy repairs. However, as you guys are standing here, you do hear faint music from the top floor.
Is there anything around that would give me vantage point into? Are all windows boarded up?
Yes.
Okay. So I wouldn't be able to get like a vantage point of what's causing the music.
Roll me perception, Elvin.
I'm pretty much like Illidan's super paranoid, and I'm constantly going to be looking out for anyone who's clocking us or following us.
Mm-hmm.
Be nice.
Okay. As you're kind of looking around, you briefly see like a shadow. You don't see like the person, you just see the shape of a person that quickly darts back into like the dark alleyways.
I am going to draw my cloak hood up and go towards where I saw the shadow. Not going to enter the alley, but like try to catch the person.
Okay, you make your way over there, and there is nothing at all. Like not even anything that would tell you that there was a person here. Just completely gone.
I'll bear that in mind and head back to the group.
Okay.
Boarded up all around. Can definitely hear music coming from up there, though.
It's just some squatter bard.
Only one way to find out. And I look at the door.
Squatter bards need a place to stay too. They're not hurting anyone.
Squatter bards don't generally board themselves in?
Well, they could if they're hiding from someone. But you're right. It'd be terribly difficult to do.
All I can picture is a building like that's boarded up, and just Creed is playing on the inside.
Wait up.
Safe on the edge, and I'm thinking.
Oh shit.
We fucking open the door, and it's just Scott Stapp sitting there.
Are you guys gonna remove the boards from the door to get in? It is boarded from the outside, not the inside.
I am.
Not in
Going
the
to-
front of the building.
Yeah, I think we would go to like the back, away from the main road, and try to get in.
Okay, there's a window in the back that you can try to pry open.
I will request Kulog's help.
Yes, I am ready. Would
Or have Kulog do it, because his strength is probably better than mine.
me do?
If that's
Are
If
we
it's a
still
strength
trying
check.
to? We're still trying to do this sneakily.
yes, I would assume so.
Varys is going to do pretty much the same thing he did at the cat lady's house and stay like across the street, but like on the side corner of one of the buildings and just kind of watch and make sure nothing crazy happens.
Perception
boys,
from
a
you, just
quiet
in case.
quickie.
And then a strength check from you, Kulog.
I will
With-
also give Kulog guidance.
Okay,
Advantage,
so an
yes.
extra D4.
And you
Yeah,
have
'cause
bardic inspiration.
I would be assisting Kulog. Oh my god.
Wait. Oh, I hit the
Yeah,
wrong
with
button.
advantage. Yeah.
My bad. I hit Alt.
That should be what it is, but apparently it's not working.
That's
Yeah, they're
really
not
weird.
working right now.
Okay.
Yeah, it's better.
Pretty dope.
Okay.
I am DM inspirationing my perception check.
Okay.
Not great, but better.
+1. Pog.
I'll DM inspiration Varys's.
Okay. Damn.
I will DM Inspiration Varys's.
Can I assist?
Can I refuse and have
Yeah.
you hold it? Good. Going with the 10.
Okay.
Roll me one more time.
Me?
Yeah.
Who for? who?
Rivali's assisting.
Rivali is assisting.
Oh,
Okay.
Hey.
Okay. Yeah, with Rivali also coming over and helping keep watch, you guys are able to peer down both sides of the streets at the same time. Nothing seems out of the ordinary from what you can see. With Kulog making the strength check, it is quick, easy, painless, like ripping off a band-aid. It barely even makes a creak. He just pulls it off in one quick yank and clears the window for you guys to get in.
I will get in and assist people getting into the window.
It's a little bit of a tight squeeze for you. You are a lot larger than everybody in this party. But you managed to get in, and with your height, it's not an issue helping people get in and lift them up and whatnot. Does everybody join, or is somebody staying outside?
I'll stay outside.
Okay. Good to know.
Are Varys and Rivali staying across the street, or are you guys coming inside with us?
I mean, that was my intention.
Yeah, we could keep lookout. Or I could
Okay.
keep lookout with.
So the three of us inside then?
Yes.
And Orphanius, wherever Orphanius is?
Orphanius is going
Oh.
to stay wherever Elephant's staying.
I guess four of us. Can Ildreth fit?
Yildrat did not come with you guys.
Eldrath
Yeah.
is not here.
Oh, right. Yes, never mind.
Little too inconspicuous. Wait,
So just the three of us then.
whatever.
Conspicuous.
So, you see inside the room, you're in some sort of like kitchen area. It's not a very large place, so you're kind of wondering why and how this place could be made into an inn, and probably it's more likely going to be like a bed and breakfast style thing.
hmm
But the music is drifting down the stairs from upstairs.
Since the music would be kind of covering our footsteps, I'm still going to try to make it so I'm not creaking the floor to make it noticeable that we're inside.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me stealth. Okay. Following Atrix's footsteps, you guys follow him. Are you heading upstairs?
Yes.
Which light is in here?
Not much. It's fairly darker here. It is getting closer towards the end of the evening now. Not like it's almost a twilight area where it's like the sun's starting to set and stuff.
Yeah, so maybe, someone other than Atrix should take the lead so we can actually see.
Kulog, you are able to cast the light spell, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Or that.
Dancing lights.
Yep. And then Atrix also has the light spell, I believe, as well. No, he does not. Okay.
I do not, yeah.
But Kulog does. So he casts dancing lights for you guys to see.
Woohoo!
I think this is the first time you guys have seen him use magic, actually. So for the three of you that are in there, this will be something new for you.
He'll do that, and I'll like stop in my footsteps and look back with like confusion, but also pride.
Kulog will be like,
Like this.
my man. Kulog, he'll basically, as he sees everybody kind of like their mouth drop, like, what? He'll be like, my mom taught me it when I was growing up, before she passed away.
Okay. You guys make your way upstairs very carefully to navigate so that you don't fall through any rotting wood or anything like that. But as you get up towards the top of the stairs, there's one specific back room at the very end of the hallway where the door is slightly ajar, and that seems to be where the music is coming from.
In preparation, I will just cast Mage Armor just in case.
Okay.
On myself.
Good to know.
I didn't target myself. Fuck.
Recast it, just don't consume spell slot.
Okay.
How long have we been out and about?
With the searching for the cat, and you guys kind of had a late start with, chit-chatting in the area, chit-chatting at the inn, rather. And then also going around the city for getting the quest for Am Need Help. You guys have been out for a better part of the day. Let's see, you guys would have left around.
Mostly my question is about absolution.
Right, so, not 6 hours.
Well, every time it comes out, it would have to be reduced again to be put away, right?
Orpheus is a concentration. If he keeps casting it to keep concentration, does it end the spell to do it?
Technically, yes, though up to you.
For sake of making things easy, I'll say it won't.
Okay.
Just so you guys don't have to deal with it, because
Orpheus has used spell slots, but Atrix hasn't. Okay.
yes. So let me mark down that he has used spell slots. Thank you for reminding me.
Also, Kulog doesn't have a sword right now, or at least not absolution, if something
I have my
happens.
two-handed broadsword still.
Yeah. You just don't have your fancy one.
Or my great
Just
sword,
in case.
sorry.
Put you guys at about 4 hours out. Okay. So the door is ajar. What are you doing?
I will kind of go up to the door, not to the part that's open, but like the hinge part.
Okay.
And then see if I can see anything in the door without touching the door, like inside the room through the crack of the door.
Roll me a perception check. Okay. It's a little bit difficult to kind of like find that sweet spot where you can kind of see through the crack. It is also very dark in there, but you do manage to see what looks to be a ghost who is in the process of playing on a violin essentially.
Well, I will quietly relay that back to the other two. And then kind of also be like, what do we do? Or what do you want to do?
We can try just having a conversation.
Do I knock on the door? Or do I just open it?
Maybe if we just slowly open the door and say sorry. If anything, we can say sorry. We're in the wrong part of town, and we just somehow got caught up in here. If we need to, or I feel like if
Well,
we knock, we might startle somebody.
I can try to take lead on this.
I will let Segan take lead.
Now I, the player, have to, assuming this goes well, actually talk to something. It's gonna suck. I will. Yeah, I guess I'll quietly go up towards the door. The music's still being played, right?
Yep.
They didn't stop when we're okay. I will, like, do that really quiet knocking on the door, where it should hopefully be just loud enough that, assuming they can hear, they'd be able to hear it through the music, and see if anything happens.
Nothing seems to change.
Push the door open a bit and get a proper view.
Okay. So you open the door and you see what appears to be the ghost of a halfling. He is currently sitting on a stool, with a makeshift stage essentially that looks to have been made at some point. He is playing. He does see you open the door, and you do notice, as you're able to actually see the room properly now, that there are various chairs set up, kind of like you would be at like a concert or something. And he eyes down to the chairs, then to you. But he's has a smile on his face. He's playing, doesn't stop.
Does he just want to perform for someone?
I think we should go have a seat.
Feel free. I'm going to, like, I'll walk into the room, but I'm not going to sit down. I'll go, like, stand behind the chairs.
Okay.
I will go and sit down.
Okay, you sit down.
I also sit down next to Atrix.
All right, easy enough to do. You just take a seat.
So has it, since we've been here, has the music stopped at all, or has it been, like, continuous?
It
Like,
been
has there been a
continuous.
break between the songs now? Okay.
Question, is there a third chair there?
Yeah, there's like 12 chairs. There are like various like things to sit on. There's like an upturned crate. There's a barrel. There's a couple stools, an actual proper chair.
Segan, what happens if you sit down? Nothing's changed yet.
I have a feeling nothing will change. I will say to the halfling, let's see. Okay, I guess first question. The music is good, right? It's not like horrendous.
Oh yeah, it's great. Like
Okay.
this is probably what he did as his profession, so it's like professional grade music.
I figured considering the quest says enchanting music, but so I will just say, mind if we have a talk? In common.
There's no response verbally, but he eyes the chair back and then looks back at you again.
See, I understand what the word enchanting means, which is why I don't want to sit there. Sure, I'll take a seat.
Okay, so you take a seat. As you do, the ghost stops briefly, lifts his bow with a little flourish, and then begins playing a completely different song. And it's quite good. It starts kind of slow and very moving, and then it builds up quickly in pace and crescendos, and goes through various like stages of this song where you feel like you're listening to like an epic saga being told, and it's about 10 minutes of playing, and at the end, he lifts his bow once more, stands up, takes a bow, and you watch just briefly as his form kind of shakes a little bit.
I like start snapping, not clapping full, but like snapping as like a clap, but quieter.
You mean like poetry clapping?
Yeah.
Or Marisha clapping on Critical Role,
Yeah.
where she just snaps repeatedly.
You
Oh, go ahead.
go ahead.
I was just going to essentially repeat my question of, would you like to have a conversation?
I have been waiting for someone to come and listen to me. I have been playing for days and nobody seems to hear.
Well, we did. It was quite good.
Thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful, if I must say.
It was my final work that I wrote. I'm just glad somebody was able to hear it. I never got to play it for anybody.
Well, I'm glad I was able to hear it.
Remember my name before I go. My name is Venny Sweetleaf. I will type it in chat for you. Venny Sweetleaf. Attractive piggly wigglebutt.
Does this mean you'll be moving on now?
It feels that way. I feel a little more at peace.
Do you have anything else that is holding you to this world?
I am disgruntled by how I was taken out, but this is neither here nor there anymore.
Is there anything we could do to get retribution for you?
Please tell me you were not taken out by a big white cat.
No, was taken out by a man who wanted to buy my property. I refused to sell, and next thing I know, here we are.
Do you remember the name?
Something with a C.
Was it Creed?
That's what it was, I remember now.
What if?
We will take it up with him with arms wide open.
I appreciate that, but don't get yourself into too much trouble on my behalf. What's done is done. But I don't have much time. Thank you for listening to me.
I
Thank you
will
for playing.
I will stand and like lightly applause, like a standing ovation.
You see his face light up.
And I'll nudge Kulog and Sigan to stand up and do the same.
I will do the same.
I'll also join and just say, any chance we can get one more?
I think I can do
Yes.
that.
And he gives a little bit of like a flourishing bow and starts playing another song, and then very, very slowly throughout the song he fades out. And there's nothing left but the sweet sound of music that kind of drifts through the air before fading out as well.
A tear goes down my cheek, and I try to wipe it away before anybody else sees it.
That didn't go how I was expecting at all.
I totally agree. That was very. I was expecting the worst.
I was expecting somebody living to be here, but was
Uh,
pleasantly surprised.
Looking around the room, is there anything like special about it other than the chairs and crates and whatever?
There is a
Anything?
violin in the corner that's kind of collected a little bit of dust. It looks broken now, though, but it looks like the same one that he was using.
I will. Can I go over to it and cast mending to fix it?
You can. It'll take a while to like mend it fully, but you can if you take it with you.
I will take it with me.
It's marking that you have Sweet Leaf's broken violin.
I will put that in my inventory.
I will start making my way back down to the group outside.
Yeah, easy enough with remembering the where to step and whatnot. If you're trying to be quiet, and if not, it's not too difficult to make it down.
As I get outside, I cough real quick. I will glance over towards Varys and Rivali and just kind of give like a thumbs up. And whether they come over or not, I'll explain what happened. It was just a halfling who wanted someone to hear the last piece of music that he wrote that he never got to play in his life.
Raleigh will join the group again across the street.
Head over as well.
And Sloth's AFK, but based on what he said, he's probably going to be staying over there, keeping an eye out. But I don't know. Yeah, just explain what happened. And I don't know if the other two were like right behind me or what, but
Yeah, we
wait for them.
right out.
Are we taking a pee break?
If you need to pee, just go for it. I'm not gonna do an official break this time since we had short playtime and whatnot.
Okay, I'll be right back then.
In the time that it takes us to get, would I have enough time on like from the district that we're in to Monroe to mend that violin?
This is gonna be something that you're probably want to go like sit down and do.
Okay.
It is an artisan violin. It's not like some cheap one. Like you could probably, after you mend it properly, resell this for a very high value.
Okay. Well, I was going to give it to Illithan as, the party's bard.
Mm-hmm. You'll definitely want to probably take time mending it then.
Yeah, I will then just kind of keep it in my possession and...
Here, Illithan, I got you this dead halfling's broken violin. Happy birthday.
Look, I'm going to mend it so it's beautiful. Leave me alone.
So that was it. Then
That
just you wanted
was it.
to be heard.
There is the thing that apparently the reason he died was because Creed wanted to buy his property, apparently, and he wouldn't sell it.
So he took him out. I offered to get retribution, and he said not to worry about it. He just wanted to be heard one last time.
Terribly sad.
With arms wide open.
Well, he seemed at peace at the end, so I think that is taken care of.
Well,
Would I
that's a good thing.
know where Creed Construction would be?
It's in the Artisan Terrace. So it would be roughly around like this area. Which you will have to go to anyway to collect your reward money.
Money?
I say we take this up with Creed and let him know that the music stopped and then head back to Monroe. Kind of a backtrack, but might as well get this out of the way.
Sounds good to me.
So is that somewhere that we can go safely?
It should be fairly quiet if we take kind of the same way we found the cat through the alleys and get to where we need to go. It should be fairly quiet.
About where are we going? Okay.
Right there.
Yeah. So we'll make our way that way.
It takes a little bit of time, but you keeping to the back alleys and whatnot, you are able to make your way to the construction area. It is a not a super large building, but it's definitely larger than a lot of the places around here. You see a very tacky sign that says Creed Construction on it. That looks like it was made by a beginner designer, essentially. Like,
Oh no.
graphic art is my passion.
Oh no. 17 different colors.
Yep.
Tiny parts
Comic
hidden in the
Sans font.
graphic. No.
Is it one big C that covers both Creed and construction?
Yep.
Okay, good.
No. Boo.
Oh, hell yeah.
I love it.
Are you entering the office?
Read.
He should have let the music keep playing so he could build CNC Music Factory.
You sloth, where are you going?
He's on the highway to the danger zone.
All right, so you guys entering the construction building, the
Yes.
office. Okay. Excuse me. So you guys make your way into the pre-construction main office, and there is a receptionist at the front. She kind of pushes her glasses up. She's a little half elf. She's very tiny and very kind of mousy looking. She has her like curly hair tied into a very tight updo, and looks like one of those like women that dress well above their means to try to impress, but like in a way that makes it very obvious that they're not. It's not normal for them. So it stands out a little bit. She's like, "Can I help you?"
Yes, we're here to see England Von Creed.
Do you have an appointment?
No, but we have some very important business to tend to regarding
Well,
one of
you're
his
gonna have to.
establishments.
Sure. You're gonna have to put an appointment in with me, and then you're gonna have to wait for him to call and get in touch with you.
I need you to tell him we have stopped the music.
One moment, please.
She gets up and heads to the room off to the side, and you hear very muffled talking. And she comes out a couple minutes later. Mr. Creed will see you now.
I will walk to his office.
As we walk by, we're like, thanks.
Yeah.
I just, from the moment you started doing her voice, I've had Janine from Ghostbusters in my head the entire time. Ghostbusters.
She kind of does that mocking smile where she like scrunches, like they scrunch their nose up back at you, Kulog.
When
I
we
do the
walk,
same thing back.
when we walk behind her, and she turns to like continue her business, I'll look at Kulog and do the kind of like nye face.
Me, 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 me.
You mean Aurelia? Anytime I say anything.
Yep.
So you make it into Mr. Creed's office. It is down the hallway a little bit. The office itself is very overly large. He's sitting at the head of this very long, heavy-duty table with various chairs on it, like a board meeting room, essentially. The director himself, not the director, but Director Von Creed, is a very, very large, imposing man. He's a Goliath. And he barely fits in his chair. But he's wearing this kind of tacky, like brown tan suit that's a little bit too small for him. And he motions for you guys to take a seat if you want it.
Standing.
Varys stands leaning against the back wall where they came in.
Suit yourself. Is there a... Can I get you some water?
I will politely decline, but the look on my face says that I know what he did. I'm not going to say anything yet, but I will just politely decline the water. Not thirsty now, thank you.
So my receptionist tells me you handled my little problem.
We did. The music has stopped. You will no longer have to worry about it.
That's good news. Let me, Did you run into any issues, perhaps, while you were there? Hazard pay is a thing, of course, and I plan to honor that if you ended up getting into a scuffle with whatever ruffian was causing such a ruckus.
Yes, actually we did.
Well,
Two
go ahead
of
and roll
my
me deception. Go
my
ahead.
party members were severely hurt, and I need payment for that.
Roll me deception. Hold on. I'll need to roll an insight check. Okay. Well, I'm terribly sorry to hear that. I'll cover the cost, no problem. Don't you worry about that. Let me, And he holds his hand up, and he kind of makes some slight, hand movement, and you notice, you would recognize this to be, like, the message spell, essentially.
Mhm.
Won't you kindly please get our friends here their payment, including the hazard pay? Thanks. And once he's done, he looks at you all and just kind of smiles while he waits. And a couple of minutes later, the receptionist shuffles back in, and she's holding a fairly large sack of coins. She sets it down on the table and politely excuses herself. And
As she
then-
leaves, Kulog will do the whole like scrunch your nose thing at her again.
I was gonna say that too.
She kind of turns her nose up and just kind of gives a She walks by. But the Mr. Creed motions to the sack of coins. Do kindly help yourself. I hope the payment will be sufficient for your troubles.
I will.
And of course, you will get a
once the bread and breakfast is built, you will have a stay on the house, complimentary, of course.
I greatly appreciate that. We have a place to stay now. I don't think it'll be necessary, but I'll definitely keep it in mind.
Oh, this is like a not a place to stay per se. It's like a vacation.
We have a couple in our party that might use a little R&R. Two
Wonderful.
couples, yeah.
Even better.
Even better.
Ver-
Bless your heart.
Varys turns and walks out the door, feeling like Kulog was talking about him and Luna, and just walks out of the building.
Well, with that, if you don't mind signing this contract to prove that our business arrangement has come to a close, just so we have it on document that it was handled.
I will read it extensively
Roll me
before
perception.
signing it.
I would also like to read it with him.
So-
Roll me a perception as well with disadvantage for you, Kulog, since contracts are not really your
I'd
thing.
like to assist Atrix. Gonna read over his shoulder.
Okay, I'll
Being
allow
familiar
it.
with contracts of sorts.
Yeah, okay. One more roll, Atrix.
Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt. I meant to say it sooner.
Okay. Everything looks to be in order. It looks like a simple contract with, from what you can tell, that just says that you guys managed to complete the quest. He has his signature marked that there was hazard included, and he has included the hazard pay, and that
There's-
you guys received your reward properly.
There's no like fine print or anything.
Not from what you can tell.
Excuse me, Master Creed. I'm a bit familiar with contracts of sorts. I just want to be sure, are we under any kind of NDA or do not compete agreements with this contract?
Yeah, sorry. If you notice
Would you mind
down at the
pointing that out
bottom,
for me?
flip the paper over.
I'll flip it over.
Flipping it over, there is a little box that's a little faded, with some wording in it that's fine print. It's still there, so it's within legal means technically.
Right.
But it is essentially an NDA saying you're not going to disclose about the location, what plans are going to be made at the location, if there's going to be any changes last minute, anything regarding the business, how the business was acquired, how the business like finances, anything that you might be privy to regarding the business that you will not divulge information to anybody.
Before signing it, I will go. Please give you a moment to talk with my party in private, and I will stand up and kind of get next to Illithan's ear and go, can you forge someone else's signature on this? I don't trust this contract.
Well, it's not forging if you just sign a fake name, is it?
No. But do you agree that we should?
I'm not signing an NDA to a murderer.
I will then turn around and sign it with not my name.
What do you sign it with?
Oh fuck.
Bend over.
No, I will sign it with P.Joe or P.S.Joe. So Potato Sack Joe.
Oh,
my
no.
fucking god. Okay. P.S. Joe it is. Alright, what do the rest of you sign it with?
Bend over.
Okay, bend over.
I'm going to take it
Oh.
and put the paper on Atrix's back, like I'm using his back for like a signing place. And I'm going to look like I sign it, but I'm not actually going to write.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me. Fuck, I already signed it. Never mind.
Yep, you already signed it.
Shit.
If you'll excuse me, I'm going to see what our other compatriot is up to. Just step out of the room.
Do bring him back in with you. He's got to sign this too.
Indeed.
I'm trying to think of a name.
Mikkel Hawk Insider.
I just went through and randomly generated an elf name. So in a very like over the top fancy signature, I signed it as that.
Oh,
Win-win.
Sir Silver. All right, so you sign it. Kulog, you're the other than
Hmm.
technically Illithid and Varys.
Amanda hugging. Yes.
Love it.
Actually, so before I sign it, I want to glance through it, and I am not trying to like read it fully. I am looking for specifically anything mentioning the halfling's name, ghost, or like death, essentially.
We did specify the
Lando.
means of acquisition for the
Yep, the
building.
means of
Yeah.
acquisitions was mentioned in there.
Yeah, I'm looking for like those exact words, essentially, or obviously any variation of those words.
No.
Okay.
Quick question.
Mm-hmm.
So with my wizardly quill, I can't like if I have somebody write with that thing, I can't erase it unless it's in the quill. Like if it's on somebody else's piece of paper, I cannot erase it.
Let me read really quick.
You can. You wave the quill over any writing, and it'll go away, I believe.
Yeah, you can erase anything you write with the quill if you wave the feather over the text. It's a bonus action, as long as it's within 5 feet of you.
Oh man, I want to ask if we can all like if I can be like, can I use my own pen and do that, and then as like we're leaving, erase it.
We've already signed it.
But we've already signed it. Fuck. That would have been so clever.
Rivali's gonna ask the big guy for a cup of coffee. Do you have a cup of coffee? I'm kind of thirsty, but we've been waiting here a while.
I don't got any coffee, but I do got some brandy.
Do you have any juice? I don't think I should be drinking.
I got water.
Water will do. May I have a glass?
He motions to the pitcher of water and like the cups that are on like a little round table in the center of the table. Help yourself.
Rivali will reach over there, and then as he's bringing the pitcher back over towards the paper where everybody's standing there to sign it, will like pretend to drop the pitcher so the paper gets wet.
Roll me a sleight of hand.
Oh fuck.
Okay.
DM inspiration.
You
Oh yeah,
certainly
you still
may.
have yours, don't you?
A little bit
Throw
better.
mine in there as well, just to see if you can get better.
Okay.
Never mind.
Throw
I'll use
mine in
mine.
there.
Did you use yours?
No.
Bob didn't
No,
let him.
Varys
Yeah.
refused.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey.
There we go.
So you grab the pitcher and leaning over. It's a large table, so it's not too far of a stretch for you to play it up that it's like kind of like slipped out of your hands while you're trying to grab it. But you essentially drop the pitcher and it kind of shatters and starts covering this table and starts reaching the paper, and paper starts sopping up the water. You see the ink start running.
I like get up from the table, like get away so I don't get wet.
Oh, I'm so sorry. It's such a long reach for me. I do apologize. Can we draft another copy of this paper?
I already had one
Smart.
planned. You always keep extra copies.
Smart.
Perfect.
And he'll go over to essentially like a filing cabinet more or less, and he'll pull out another one, and he waves his hand and you watch as the water kind of wicks away essentially, and he places it down and slides it over to you guys.
While he was
And you have
grabbing
it.
that, I will
Uh-huh.
have swapped the pens with that quill. So we all sign it with that.
Okay. I'll allow it.
Like while
Since
his
his-
back was turned, swap
Yes,
the
since his
pen.
back is turned, I'm not gonna have you make a check, since he wouldn't have seen it with his back turned anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not like you're pickpocketing him, so there's no reason for him to know. I'll allow it. Okay.
And I will like kind of nod to the party and I'll sign my name.
Okay.
Rivali will take the quill after Atrix is done and sign his name.
Okay.
I will still sign it as Lando.
Okay.
Not Amanda Hugging Case.
Yeah.
I
Secret?
am once again signing it in very ornate. So far, win-win.
Jesus. Okay. Illithin and Varys, do you guys return?
Yeah, I would have told Varys they want us to sign a contract and it has a non-disclosure agreement, and that I'm not personally comfortable signing that because, what we were told.
Yeah, Varys says, okay, I get it.
Rivali will lead into Atrix and ask him if he can use that spell to send the message about the pin to Illithin and Varys.
I mean, I will just hand them the quill, the pin.
Well, do they know that the plan that we did? Well, the
Nope.
Okay.
I
No,
don't think
Varys.
anybody knows of it.
Yeah, Varys just kind of walks up, grabs the pen, signs a name.
Okay.
Okay.
Ah. Okay,
Yeah, he still
good.
exists in this world. Nice.
I should clarify. I still sign with PS.Joe, right? Did I say my
You
name
said
or?
you signed your name.
You said your name, yeah.
Well, that's fine.
If
I'm
you
gonna
want
make
to
it.
change it, I'll allow it.
I meant to do PS.Joe.
Okay. Good enough. Ilsen.
Seeing that we're signing again, a little confusing. I am going to sign.
We've all signed fake names at this point, correct?
Correct.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, mine is a very real name.
Well, I mean, fake for us because they're not our names. You know what I mean?
Some of us recognize the name and know that it's obviously fake.
Uh-huh.
Or fake to you, rather.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys sign, and he takes the paper, gives it a look over, looks at you all, and gives a, huh. What unfortunate names your parents named you. Well, that's none of my concern.
Does he put it in like a filing cabinet?
He does.
On our way out, I will make it a point to walk by that filing cabinet and wave the quill over the filing cabinet so it erases the ink.
So the filing cabinets are behind him,
Mm-hmm.
so you'd have to get up, move over to him, and then go back to the door,
I
essentially.
was gonna suggest like maybe going in to shake his hand and say pleasure
Yeah.
doing business with you or something.
Yeah, kind of like make it a point to get within 5 feet of that filing cabinet and wave the quill.
Okay, at this point, make me a sleight of hand check.
I am going to use my before I even roll, I'm going to use my mysterious rainbow candle and make it a success.
Okay.
Jeez, hoo-ha.
So you, yeah, okay. Good to know. So there you go. You succeed on your roll automatically, and the rainbow candle disappears from your inventory. Without even picking up that you guys might be doing something suspicious or anything. He just shakes your hand. Don't forget your money now.
I will pick up the bag and kind of not like make it known or make it like obvious, but I'll quickly get out of the room just in
Yeah.
case.
For sake of keeping it easy, it is 150 gold in the sack.
I'll just hand it to Sigurd.
Okay, I will put it in the bag.
Adding it to the party funds.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, you're keeping track of it there as well.
Mhm.
628 gold.
Yep. Yep, yep, yep. There we go.
And obviously, later on, we count it, but for now.
Yeah. Boop. Brave souls needed. Completed.
I will just kind of make my way out of the office, nod to the secretary, and then just kind of leave.
Hmm. So
Rivali will
the
do the
magic candle
faces.
you don't actually have to light.
Oh, I just casted it so it would come out of my inventory.
Yeah. It's not an actual candle technically that you have to like light to use. It just kind of you just use it just
Okay.
to keep it simple.
Chewie, that was in response to Sloth's message in Discord.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, I was kind of confused because you were like, I used the candle. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that seems weird to just light a candle in the middle of an office.
Yeah.
Smells in here. We just light this real quick.
Sir, did you take a bath today? It's a little stinky.
Sorry, we got our clothes from the horse stalls.
The secretary, as you guys are
Today.
leaving, you guys have a nice day now.
Rivali will do the face and like, you too.
You
I think
too.
all three
Have
of
a
us,
good day.
like Kulog, Rivali, and I will go, you too. And like in sync.
Lilith's gonna stop and like return her sass. Do you enjoy working here?
I do. I get paid very well.
Indeed. And your employer, he treats you well?
Treats me very well.
Interesting.
Hopefully that doesn't change. I will say snarkily.
Hmm.
Would you like to know where they sell the really nice clothes at since you're paid so well?
Ooh. Fucking
Bye now.
shade.
Like I said, you have a nice day.
Well, I hope you also have the day you deserve.
Ooh. I love that
Damn.
insult.
Did I finally make an NPC to get under your guys' skin? Damn, yay!
I hate her, dude.
I did it! Finally!
Have a nice day. Fuck you, bitch.
Hold on. I'll take the part of Aurelia. There we go.
But is she hot?
She's cute. She's mousy and like she's definitely someone's type, but she's not like unattractive. She has to be attractive to be like the face of the company, essentially, more or less, as the first person you see when you come into the room. So yeah,
So
she's cute.
for those of us who have played Stardew Valley, she's Haley, the blonde one who's kind of a bitch, but once you like give her
Yes.
gifts, she's really nice.
Yes.
Okay.
So as we leave and get far enough away, so like I have a feeling nobody can hear us, I will tell everybody what I just did and fill everybody in, and let them know that nobody's name is on that contract anymore.
Oh yeah, I guess Orphinius also signed it, but he signed it with his actual name.
Yeah, I'll let everybody know that we just played the player.
Also, as far as I'm aware, he never actually checked to make sure the job had been completed before paying us. So
Nope, he did not.
we should have just gone over there and said it was done. Easy.
Well, we got to show I did what I did because of what he did to Sweet
I'm
Leaf.
aware.
Well, even if it didn't work, he'll have fun finding the person whose name I signed.
I mean, same. I signed mine, Potato Sack Joe.
But he won't be able to see the signatures, will he?
He won't. So unless he has a photographic memory, he'll have no idea who we were.
Best we get as
So-
far away from here as soon as we can, then.
Not only did you wipe the names off the paper, but you also stole his quill.
That was my quill.
The one that you swapped out, which
shit.
means you
No, I
grabbed
did.
his.
Oh shit, you're right. I did grab his.
Yeah. So you now have like a fancy like office quill essentially.
A Union Bank.
Does it
thing.
have
Yep.
tiny engraving of
It does.
reconstruction? Good.
It does.
Where we build your buildings with arms wide open.
We can take your buildings higher.
So making your guys' way back to Monroe.
Yep.
Okay. It will be definitely nighttime, dinner-ish time by the time you make it back to the Curious Cat.
And are we pushing that 6 hours for Phineas and the absolution?
You guys are on your last like hour essentially.
Okay. We will get to Midden Road to hand in that stuff and then make it back to the Curious Cat.
Oh, are you turning? Wait, are you guys going to turn in the quest for Am Need Help?
Yes.
Okay. So, you guys find it takes you a minute to find 43 Midden Row, but you
Was
get
that
there
that
and
was
you see
Squeaker, right?
Yep. And you see a very small kind of rundown shack essentially, very bare bones. There's various cloth that looks like it's been kind of scrounged around from other places, hung up as makeshift like curtains and decoration and whatnot. But you knock on the smaller door, and a very tiny kobold opens the door. Hello?
We gather these materials for you, and I will hand him all of the items.
Oh, good. Okay, come in. Okay. I need help to put it all together.
May I ask what you're making?
You'll see. Surprise. Come.
I will hesitantly follow him.
Okay. It's a little bit of a squeeze for you to get into the smaller house. I mean, he's a kobold, so he's tiny. Everything in here is made for kobolds. You do see as you enter another kobold. She's a lot smaller, very tiny, very young. But she has like a little dandelion flower crown that looks to have been slightly wilted now, but it looks to have been made for her. She's wearing, and she's kind of sitting on a chair, swinging her feet, and seeing all the items that he's bringing in with the wooden box. Her eyes light up. She kind of claps her little kobold hands together.
Oh, if for me, Daddy. If for me.
And Squeaker goes,
It's for you. Hold on. I put together. Okay. Hold on.
and he instructs you to like hold this here, hand me that, blah blah blah, and the rest of you kind of watch as Atrix and Squeaker essentially use the wooden box to and all the items to create essentially a puppet show,
Oh, cute.
a very artistic makeshift puppet show. And he looks to y'all and he goes,
Can help me with make puppet show, please.
I will assist.
I'll help.
anybody else assisting? Okay. Anybody who is assisting, please roll me performance checks.
She's a bard.
Just you two?
I'll join in. Why not? Performance check, yeah?
Yep.
Oh no. Oof.
Bardic inspiration still.
Yes,
Run,
you still.
You can add a
run.
d6 to that.
Yep.
I assume
Ahoy!
Varys is keeping an eye out.
Yeah,
I'll be
that's-
joining you with that.
kind of been his shtick the whole day.
Okay, perception checks from you two, or one of you with advantage, please.
Run.
Want to see
Weasley.
show around? Oh, okay. I guess.
All right.
24 and 17,
Good
yeah.
Good job. Varys, it's the same for you as what happened to Illithan earlier. You see a shadow, and you kind of follow it briefly, and when you turn the corner where you saw the shadow dart, there's just nothing.
Varys turns back to Sigrun and just kind of shakes his head like, it's gone.
For the puppet show,
Strange.
it is with Ilthin kind of helming this. It is a very good puppet show, and you watch as this little kobold girl, her eyes are just glued to you guys, and she's bouncing in her seat excitedly, clapping her hands, squealing, and Kulog is not so good at it, but she's even loving his like bumbling through things and kind of making a mess and knocking things over, and she's even into that, and it's
Kulog's tree number 4.
she's straight up yeah, it's a beautiful show, and by the end of it, it's put on for quite a bit until eventually the little girl has fallen asleep essentially in her chair, and Squeaker kind of looks you guys all over and goes, I think much thank you. I don't have reward for you, but much thank you.
I will offer to carry her to her bed out of her chair.
Oh, okay, you help.
I will pick her up and take her to her bed.
Yeah, it's easy enough. It's literally like a couple steps over for you, and you put her in the bed and tuck her in and whatnot, and easy enough to do.
Wally will pick up all the things from the show and kind of put them in one central location.
Perfect. You nice people. You come back soon and visit, okay?
We definitely will.
My name's Squeaker.
Nice to meet you,
Thanks for
Squeaker.
delivery.
Thanks, Squeaker. I'll try better next time.
You good. My daughter Dandelion like it. She laugh. Good for me.
Good job, tree number 4.
Thanks. I did pretty good, I think.
Impressive,
He,
because there were only 2 trees in the play. Somehow you got part 4.
He
Kept him
pulls
off
out
camera, out of
a
frame the whole time.
he pulls out some flowers from a nearby vase that they're a little bit older and wilted, but he hands each one of you one, and with a big smile on his face.
Well, we better get going. It was a pleasure, Squeaker.
Okay, thank you. My name's Squeaker. Bye-bye.
And I will head out and meet up with Varys and Sigurd.
Okay. Sigrun had asked you, Varys, while they were inside talking to Squeaker, what did you and Luna actually discuss?
Yeah, he's typing.
Okay. Is he? Oh, I couldn't see it.
No.
BDT.
Would we have came out? I mean, they would probably have been discussing this during.
Yeah, this was what you guys
Play.
should
Yeah,
do
this
it
would be
at.
during the play. Oh, excuse me. I will let you guys finish that up really quick. And is there anything you guys would like to do on the way to the Curious Cat?
I will also kind of make up with Varys and kind of let him know that I'll ease up on the jokes about Luna. Because I did see that it was kind of annoying him. On our way back to thy Curious Kitty.
Curious Kitty. Okay, easy enough to do. Make sure to move you guys towards the main entrance here.
Now, were those statues out front?
Yes, they are definitely statues at the front. They are holding lanterns for anybody who comes by on the road to kind of light their way.
I feel like we step foot into the Curious Cat and Absolution just fucking pops out of the bag.
It's
Surprise
pretty
absolution.
Remember,
Uh,
not in a bag. It is
Oh, yeah.
essentially in Orpheus's wrist,
Yep.
but extra dimensional space.
So I will like follow Orphinius in and ask him to take that out of his wrist before it expands.
Yeah, easy enough. It pops out of his little extra-dimensional space at his feet, and as it does, it immediately expands into its proper size.
I will pick it up and hand it back to Kulog.
And I will immediately sheath it back in my scabbard.
Okay, since it is you kind of get it a little bit in it. The scabbard's not meant for this sword, so it's not a perfect fit.
As I'm walking in, can I clock this guy over
Sorry.
here?
You want to clock him?
Not like hit him, but like judge. Is he still like looking at us as we come in, or is he still there?
He's looking at you.
I will make my way over to him and introduce myself and see what his deal is.
Okay, what do you say? Like, how are you introducing yourself?
Evening, sir. I don't believe we've met.
We have.
Can I ask
Not
where?
formally.
Well, can I bother you for a name?
No, you may not.
If I give you mine, will you give me yours?
No. We have mutual friends. You can roll me a perception check, actually, with advantage, because you're up close. This one. And, this would be something in your expertise. Okay, 21. Based on the type of cloak he's wearing, and I did say it was upper class, you've seen people wear this style of cloak with this specific, like, stitching and embroidering and whatnot before is very common of people who work at the temple, specifically the higher-ups.
I
As in
notice.
the very higher-ups.
Yeah, I notice your clothing here. Are you familiar with the queen and the king?
He kind of shrugs a little bit.
Say that knowing he does. Like,
Yeah. He just shrugs.
I will kind of get close to him and go, "What is your business here?" And it'll sound very irritated.
He
Like
just kind of leans back a little bit in his chair, throws his like arm over the back of it a little bit, like lazily and comfortable, and just takes a long sip of his drink, just kind of eyeing you over the goblet.
I want to smack that shit out of his hands so much. I won't, but I will.
Do you always speak to people who outrank you this way?
How would I have known that you outrank me if you don't know you don't tell me who you are?
I figured you of all people would be able to put two and two together, but perhaps I'm wrong.
Would I know who this is?
You technically, yes, you should. You've never met him in person, but you should know who this is.
I take
DM it to you if you can't figure it out.
Yeah, I'll take a step back and kind of like think about it.
Based on your history,
He varies. Watches the conversation Atrix is attempting to have.
I learned how to not God mode RP back when I played UO on a roleplay server.
Yeah. I will kind of come to realization of who he is and like kind of bow my head and apologize for coming up to him and ask if there's anything that I can do to help or to assist him. Or ask if there's a reason he's been basically watching me.
Well, you have been gone for some time and have yet to hear a report from you, so here I am.
Well, whatever I was sent to find was not there.
Oh? Was it not?
Was a very fake orb. I think whoever asked you to get it or retrieve it was playing you for a fool.
Now, who said that the orb was the real treasure there?
I was asked to get an orb.
He looks over towards your party members and then back to you with a little smirk on his face.
Were you asking me to retrieve this group?
Not necessarily. Don't worry, you'll figure it out in time. You're a smart fellow.
I will extend my hand for a handshake and then nod my head again.
He returns the nod but doesn't take your handshake.
I will leave you be, sir. Enjoy your drink.
Don't worry, I will.
And I will join Gulag.
Do write up that formal report and have it sent to her when you have the time. I look forward to reading it.
Definitely will.
Good.
And he kind of swivels in his chair a little bit and watches you a little bit more and returns to his drink and kind of looks at each one of the party members before he turns his attention elsewhere in the room.
Ooh, outside RP time, yes.
So what was that all about?
I will explain later.
Do we need to go to the tiny room?
Do we need to go to our meeting room? I think we do. I will ask the barkeep if Luna has returned.
She has not returned yet, actually, but she'll return sometime in the evening. Do you want me to inform you when she does?
Please do.
Go
I was going to ask her, do you think she would mind if we used her room for a little bit of privacy?
Well, I don't think she'd mind at all. She's the one who brought you guys here.
I will make my way back to Luna's room.
Barkeep, do you have a free, like not a free steak, but do you have a large steak that I could take back with me, raw preferred?
No, got any steak? We got some ham.
Do you have like a ham haunch?
I can certainly do that for you.
Perfect.
You're going to get Ildrath and bring him back?
No, I'm bringing the ham to Ildrath. Silly.
I know, you get Ildrath and bring him back to the room with us.
That's what he just said.
Oh, I thought he said, I'm gonna go get Ildrath and bring him around or something. I don't know what I thought you said. It's on me, my bad.
No worries. I have made my way back to Luna's room, so we have a little bit more room other than just the small room for all
Where
of
the
us.
fuck is Ildrath going?
He's zooming.
I'm moving him over to the room just to get it out of the way.
Fucking, I'm like, where'd you go, dude?
He's zooming.
Oh, wait for me. Oh, Mr. Bartender, keeper, owner, sir, can I please have, I don't know, surprise me. I don't know. I don't know what you have to, okay, thank you.
And he just awkwardly walks off.
Yeah.
when he gets into the other room, he looks at you all and he goes,
I don't think I've ever ordered my own food before other than the ham sandwich today, and that I that was really uncomfortable. Do you guys have to do that every time you come to like restaurant places?
Every time.
Every
Oh,
time.
Normally, I
don't
just
like
wait for someone
that.
else to order and then say what they had.
Oh,
It
that's
works
a
out
good
well as long as
idea.
you're not picky.
Well, I don't know if I'm picky. I haven't really eaten many different types of food.
Kulog slams the door in his own face.
Testing the
Kulog
hinges.
reaches down and like grabs the ham for Ildrath and like reaches it out to him. Sorry you had to stay in here all day, bud.
yeah, he's just chowing down. And now that he has food, doesn't seem to be bothered.
Did anyone come looking?
I
I'm
will ask
I'm
that
looking,
to Ildrath.
I'm looking at Ildrath, knowing that he can't understand me, but expecting someone to translate.
I'll repeat for Ildrath.
Gildrath goes,
Well, there was someone who came in looking for one of the rooms to use, and he opened the door, saw me, screamed, shut the door, and left, and said, "I guess this room's occupied," and went to a different room.
Occupado.
Is this just a pile of gold on the ground?
they're candles.
Ah, that's disappointing.
There are trinkets and gold over here, though, in this little like bed makeshift loot pile.
Yeah, I don't actually plan on stealing
Damn,
anything.
Luna
I was just hoping that
stacked,
there were
huh?
just piles of gold scattered around.
Yeah, it's a lot of like trinkets, like silver mirrors. There's like some ornate masks, rope, various trinkets, baubles, trinkets that look like she's probably like lifted off of people, jewelry, silverware, various chests, some fabric. There's lots of money that's like been buried underneath the hay pile. Despite having all this
And
money,
books.
however, her actual like food that she keeps for herself to eat is like very meager. Looks to be like slightly older food that's on the verge of being spoiled. Probably stuff that she takes from the kitchen that they can't sell anyway or use. Stale bread, lots of apple cores, leftover like chicken bones and stuff.
Certainly
Fucking
use
windy.
a bit of housekeeping.
I will inform the group of who that man is and tell them that it is the basically leader of the people that I work for who sent me to get the item from the Witchwood.
You forgot who he was?
For a brief
He
moment.
was
It's
wearing a hood. Couldn't
it's
see
been
who
a-
he was. Had a good disguise.
been a while since I've been here.
To be fair, you've never met him in person, and most people don't.
Yeah. I've never seen his face personally. Not a lot of people do, but I did ask him and tell him what I found in the Witchwood, and he said that maybe that wasn't my goal, and he looked at you guys, so watch your back. I might have to go see my contact and find out what the real reason for me being sent there was. But that's a tomorrow problem.
Sorry,
That's
you said
today's
he's
schedule.
interested in us?
He looked at the party. He didn't tell me. I don't think he would ever tell me, but I do have some answers that I need to grab or get, and I plan on doing so.
Decidedly off-putting.
I mean, I don't know if it. I mean, I don't know if it was the party or if it was anything that we were carrying. I work for a group of people who like their objects. So, again, I don't think, I hope that none of you are in danger. Just be careful. More careful than we already are.
So he doesn't know what I'm wearing.
I will kind of more specifically be talking to in Illithon's direction. Of saying be careful. Or stick with me kind of aspect. Just stick with me. Don't go out on your own. If you need to go out, take somebody with you kind of thing.
Yeah, it looks like really off put by the whole thing.
Varys takes his dagger from his side and slams it down point first into the table and says again, "So he doesn't know what I'm wearing."
He does not know what you're wearing, per se. I know exactly what you're referring to. No, he does not know. You are safe.
Exactly.
And I
what
say
kind
you
of
as I
pe-
look at your armor.
Exactly what kind of people do you work for, Atrix?
Again, people that like their, expensive
Everyone likes
items.
items. That's not what I'm
Um,
asking you.
I work for a group of people that smuggle things.
So you're a thief.
Come and go. I just, yes, per se. I have done that in my past. I basically work for Spies, if you must say.
See.
That's why I need to get answers. And answers I plan to get. I will let nothing happen to you, I assure you.
Well, they better not find out about Ed. Varys pulls
They
the dagger
won't.
out of the table and sticks it back in its sheath.
Well, if I need to disappear, I am the last person in this group you should be concerned with. I'm more worried about Kulog and Varys.
Wait, why me?
I kind of chuckle and I go, maybe it's the thing on your back.
Just like the
Or
thing on my
bird that you're
chest.
the bird that you're sitting to, which happens to be a dragon. Or sitting next to, I should say.
We just need to put wings on him. He already has wings.
That's rough.
Seagan's looking at the fireplace. Sorry.
No, I'm looking at the fireplace. I don't know if you noticed, but I'm laying in the bear rug, like draw me like one of your French girls. I saw that and I was like, don't mind if I do.
Varys, I can assure you that Ed is not to worry about. The reason that we're wanted is obviously absolution, but we have ways to hide that for now.
So you're telling me that you were sent to the Witchwood to retrieve a bauble that wasn't the actual prize, but it was something else that you would find in the Witchwood, although absolution at that point should have been in the reliquary.
Yes, but I can assure you he made no eye contact towards you, so he has no idea about what you're wearing.
You said he looked at all of us.
He looked more specifically at you, Illithon.
That doesn't make any sense.
That's why I need answers, and that's why I'm going to get answers.
Oh. I hope you find them.
Don't read that.
Nothing kind of protective, like that instinctual, protectively, puts an arm around Orphinius.
Yeah, I'm gonna type this. There you go. There you go, Seagrin.
There's at least one other person that can read that language, but well.
Yeah. I know Illithon can too, but it's fine.
I can't hear it. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
I'm having another conversation.
Yeah, I'm not worried about her metagaming. It's in his mind anyway. And it is a familiar voice.
Okay. I just continue my rounds, obviously not seeing anything with that after one.
I
I don't
will.
bother looking out that window because I assume Varys is constantly watching that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty much just staring out at this point.
I will assure the party that I will gain the answers that I'm looking for.
This sounds really complicated. Am I gonna become a criminal because of you guys? I mean, I
I-
don't mind.
Certainly hope not. Just some loose
Well,
ends that I have to tie up.
I'm with
Definitely
you
not
guys
my
till the
goal.
end. What's that phrase? Ride or die? I think I heard someone say once.
Yes, well,
Hopefully
hopefully it won't
not
come to
die.
that.
Yeah.
You're far too young for such talk.
I'm older than you.
Well, subjectively speaking.
That's true. So, what's our next move? What's our goal? What are we doing next?
I think we need to rest up till morning and then finish these last couple of quests. I will take some time to find my contact and get the answers that I'm looking for.
Is there anything that I can do for you guys since I can move freely throughout the city?
You can go and enjoy the grand opening of the Chef Kale. Or not Chef Kale,
No, it was Chef Kill.
the bistro opening up in the Sunway district called Horizon
Which
by
is
Chef Kale.
Yeah, Chef Kill. So you're right.
If it I don't really want to do one of the quests on my own. What if something goes wrong?
Well, you don't have to go and do that. You can, I mean, go sightsee if you wish, but you don't have to go out anywhere if you don't want to. I'd rather you stay close to us, just in case.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I just figured I'd offer anyway, just to be nice, but I would prefer to stick with you guys. I don't really know my way around the city still.
It's
Yes.
probably best that no one go off on their own, as was said earlier.
Mr.
What does that
Kulog,
mean for your
sir,
plans?
Yes, sir. What can I do for you, Orphanius?
can I ask you kind of a personal, weird question? And please don't take offense to this.
Sure.
What race are you?
I am half orc.
Oh my god, you can't just ask that.
Well, I thought maybe that you might have been like a half elf or maybe something like that, because I've never seen a purple half orc before. I've always seen they're usually like greens, maybe a little bit of blue, but or maybe sometimes a little bit more yellow. I've never seen a purple one before.
It's very uncommon, I will say. It's not a very I will agree. Orcs that I've seen them mostly being green. Like my uncle is green. However, my father was purple, and I guess his genetics passed down to me as well. I think it's like a rare skin condition type thing. I don't know.
Your mother, technically.
Mother, sorry.
Yeah.
I knew it was one of them. I forgot who it was.
Oh, was she also a half orc?
She was a full orc,
Oh.
and my father was, I believe, human, right?
No. So your father was the orc. Your mother was a drow. So
Drow.
you're technically half elf, half orc. You're kind of both. So you could have technically made either or for the race.
That is
Oh,
an
okay,
interesting
gotcha.
combo.
It is a very interesting combo.
But it explains the purple.
It explains the purple, yeah. And also why he can cast like dancing light and draw magic. Hi, honey.
Hey, babe.
Ah, yes.
Where you left him out there.
Learned the dancing lights from my mother.
Are you laughing at my reply?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry if the question like offended. I was just really confused, and that's really cool though. That means we're kind of like I'm a drow and you have drow heritage too a little bit, and that's makes me feel a little bit closer to you.
Cool. Yeah, it is a possibility. There might be some kind of connection to our lineage at some point down the road. I don't
That
know
means
if,
maybe we're cousins.
maybe
Who
that'd
the
be
fuck
kind
was
of
that?
cool.
Ushi?
Yes,
Yeah, who the fuck was that?
Mushi.
Don't know. Their name is Mushi.
I don't
Mushi
either.
is from my stream.
Oh, okay.
So it must be a new person that was like, "What the hell's everybody doing in here?" kind of thing.
Yeah.
Should open with, and then I fucked her. Middle
Your hot
school.
dog between my buns.
Mommy milk or demon lady?
Yas.
Okay. Are we staying in here and sleeping in here tonight, or are we going back to our rooms?
I would imagine we would go back to our rooms. I mean, we do have beds after all, right?
That's
Better
true.
than sleeping on a pile of whatever this is here in the corner.
All those pillows look pretty comfy though.
This rug is quite nice.
Tell you what, Orphinius, if you like pillows, why don't I bring mine over and we'll have a little bit of a pre-sleepover.
Okay, I've never had a sleepover before, but I've always wanted to.
Wonderful. I'll see what we can scratch up for maybe some late night snacks from the bar.
Okay, are you gonna come to my room or am I gonna go to your room?
Oh no, I'll come to yours.
Okay, I will meet you over there.
All right.
And he fucking books it very excitedly.
So you're rooming with him tonight?
I thought about making a joke about the pillows, but I chose not to.
Yes, I think I will. Maybe at least until he goes to sleep.
No worries, no worries. I'm just curious to make sure if I
mean-
leave the door unlocked.
I mean, you did get the number from the other lady. You could always call her tonight too, Atrix.
Phones don't exist in this world.
Well, he could send her a secret message.
You did get her address. You could write her a letter.
That's why I had the comment of, what? We have her number. It's on the house. I'm confused.
I think while Illithin is with Orphinius, I will trek out and go meet up with my contact, and then you and I can RP that later.
Yeah, that'll be a side RP thing.
Yeah, which I will probably do tomorrow because I don't work tomorrow. But you and I
Yeah.
can kind of get together and do that.
Sounds good
If
to you, my
you're
man.
not drunk all day.
I mean, nothing better than hangover cure than sitting in front of your computer just zoning out.
True.
I
Valid.
mean,
Okay. Un momento, hold on.
are you staying up there Saturday, Sunday, or just Saturday?
Just tonight, depending on if I can make it home safely, I will make it home tonight.
I advise not driving if you have drank at all because the wind on the interstate is ass.
Well, we
Oh.
could literally drink at 5 and 6 and then leave Ryan's house at 4 in the morning. So
Yeah,
I'm
he'll
just
have
saying.
plenty of time to sober up. He'll be
Yeah.
If that's the case, he'll be fine. I'll make sure that
I'm
he
just-
doesn't leave unless it's
Unless I know for a fact that he's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, just being the responsible voice.
No, I
Yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah.
I respect it.
And I mean, I'll leave my phone on loud, so if you need me for anything, you can call me and I'll come get you or whatever. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you both have my number.
Jordan's power is out. Sheesh. Anyway.
Oh no.
Dude, have you guys been outside today? It's so fucking windy.
It is. I can well.
Fucking
It's not
windy.
super windy over here.
Windy.
It
Yeah,
windy
like-
though.
Earlier, it was blowing and like the wind was getting in between like the seal on my window, so it was like making this really horrifying whistling noise. It's a fucking dude. It was horrifying. It scared the crap out of me. No, it was like a high pitched whistle. Like it was just the fuck.
Before we get too off tangent, sketch.
Mhm. Sorry.
Before we get too off, tangent, we will be ending session. We will pick up off with figuring out what you guys are gonna do next. Who wants to do? Obviously, Chewy said he wants to do side stuff. Is there anybody else that wants to do side stuff at all?
No. I don't
be.
know how you get tied up with such sketchy people and don't understand who you're working for and what you're doing, and then we have this one over here that's involved with a Grim. Neither of you know anything. And Varys goes back to his room.
Oh, sorry. Let me fucking unlock the door for you.
I would like, since we're in town, I would like to do some downtime activity and try to increase my persuasion if I can.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a persuasion roll. Or yeah, charisma roll technically. So yeah. Okay. Let me mark that as your downtime.
Should I get rid of Taming Ildrath and Learning Draconic then?
You can keep the Learning Draconic since you still have the bond that where you like do simple thoughts with each other. Yeah.
Yes. So I can share thoughts with him. However, I still don't know Draconic.
Yeah, you guys can communicate on a very basic level,
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense.
like needs and wants and like whatnot. But
Give.
yeah.
You can communicate with Ildrath about as well as you can communicate with Myra.
Yep.
A little bit better, probably, because,
Yeah, slightly better.
bond. But
Oh my.
I guess I might as well do
Varys.
my concentration downtime thing. But that's
Mhm.
just something that I do for a handful of minutes. Hey, almost there.
Nice.
I'm going to get answers, okay?
So, question about my concentration thing that I've been doing, because I just thought of this. The way that I'm doing it is effectively casting guidance and then forcing myself to lose concentration in it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm making an ability check for it. Does that mean I get guidance on that check?
Interesting. Huh.
Or am I making the check like, I guess I'd technically be making the check after the guidance ended?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I just thought of that because I'm like, right, that's the only concentration cantrip I have, so that's the one I'm doing.
It's a good thing to bring up though, but yeah, it would be you'd be making the check at the end.
Okay.